Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Psyche here, and today we're going to be doing the return of Survivor Rank Randomizer. It has been so long since I did this last time. And look at the wheel. Look at the wheel. There are so many survivors on this wheel. I don't even think we're going to have time for even 10 of these today. Maybe I should continue this next stream or like whatever. I don't know. Definitely not, actually. But we have a new survivor. I didn't even know there was a new survivor until I was writing out all the wheels. Sorry, all the names on the wheel. And then I see this guy here. I'm like, who is this guy? We got a new survivor here. Can I use syringe? Okay. A little bit odd. Each increase in fear grants. I haven't read what he does yet. No, I don't care for you guys to tell me. I'll read it on my own. I don't know anything about him. But now that he's in the game, I'll definitely go check him out. But for now, we're actually late. We're 10 minutes late. So I gotta go in and we gotta pick our first survivor already. Maybe I'll read him in between games. What is this chat color? I don't know. Randomly picks it. Alright, what we got? Oh no. No. That's not a good start. Even Professor would have been better. I actually forgot to randomize this. So I forgot to shuffle it. Because you could argue that if you set up a new wheel, how do you not know that it's just going to pick the same spot each first spin? I mean, who knows? So it's good to shuffle. But we're going to keep the first one as is. We got Weeping Clown as the first survivor. Hold up. Alright. And now we are going to get a match. We're going to get a match. Come on. Shoot. I guess we're not going to get a match. We're never going to get a match. Hold up. In the middle of the stream too. Okay. Hold up. Give me a second. Hold up. Where is she though? Oh shoot. Okay, certified VC limit ignorer. You can be a chat mod. There you go. Okay, I think that should be good enough. Alright, now we ready. Alright. Alright. First time I'm catching a Psyche stream live. Damn. Welcome, Trace. Welcome to the stream, Trace. Whoa, we got some new music. Okay. Alright. I see where this is going. Oh, I thought they took away the singing for a second. Oh, they did! They did take away the singing. It's okay. I'll just sing for them. I can't tell you guys how long this song's been stuck in my head. It's been in there for 5 years. I just got paid. Enjoy, Binky. Thank you so much, Sonia. I really appreciate it for the £2 donation. We got Roland here. Congrats to Roland and B4U for getting first place. Nice. Psyche's got the true singer's talent. That was so bad. Okay, I didn't even set up my blanket. Hold up. Because it's freezing in here. I stream in a basement. Yes, I'm in my mom's basement. It's my dad's too, technically. He owns the other half. Is that much better, actually? Shoot. I don't actually think that's much better. Are the top teams for Call Up qualifiers already announced? Yeah. You can go look at the what's it called? You can go look at the leaderboard. It should be there. Yo, why do I have Ty Turner as Weeping Clown? He sucks. I have Ty Turner as a character who sucks at kiting. This is so sad. It's okay. We're going to get some epic rocket snipes here. What was I thinking with Ty Turner? Oh, no! Oh, we got the Call of this drip. Let's go. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Watch it be like a Percy. Our items automatically useless. Dream Witch automatically useless. Sculpture might be useless. Okay, not after me though. Alright, we got some achievements here to do. Some deductions, technically. Alright, Roland. You got this. He does the kiting. I will do the rescue. I still don't know. Oh, Hunter with confined space. Night Watch. Okay. Technically, if I were you guys, I would miss a calibration early game. Just to see who the Hunter is early on. Uh-oh, running into walls. That's not good. Alright. Okay, so he's got plenty of space here. He shouldn't be getting pulled by that. If necessary, we could also shoot a rocket, but I don't think it was necessary. Hard to say, though. Who is qualifying? B for you, and then 7 random teams who you've never heard of. That's all you need to know. Bro is walking around with a t-shirt and complaining that it's cold. I hate long sleeve. Anything longer than short sleeve, I hate. Same with pants. Same with pants, really. To me, it's just not worth it. I'd rather be comfortable and cold than uncomfortable and warm. And I won't even be warm is the crazy part. I'm still gonna have to put on a blanket. That's why I don't care. 80%. I have a feeling she's gonna rescue here. Watch me be completely wrong. Am I completely wrong? It's just my senses. Just these randoms. These rando senses. How randoms play. That she's probably gonna go rescue and I probably waste my time. Okay, so she didn't go rescue, someone else rescued instead. I don't know how I feel about that. Means that we're hella behind on decode. No cipher at middle. 0%. Dude, Tato is using my phone as a personal chat box. I kid you not. I can feel that ringing throughout the table. Alright, we're down to 2 ciphers. That cipher made no noise. Okay. And, you know, if necessary, I guess we could try to support with a rocket, but you see this. We already have someone else supporting. I hope Antiquarian is doing a cipher. She is doing a cipher. That's good. It's always good when the person with the decode debuff is the one ahead on ciphers. That way we're going to even things out. We're not going to be too far behind. You definitely don't want the rescuer cipher to be far behind if possible. Preferably, we want to finish it. 26 points. That's 1 away from 27. So he's not going to be able to revive himself. However, Cheerleader's going to be able to pick herself back up here. So that's really good. Unfortunately, though, Prospector does lose those points. Those points are not that helpful anyway. It's only 27 that really matters. The rest of it kind of sucks. Sorry, Cheerleader mains, they do. They really aren't that great. And, I mean... I have a feeling we're going to go, because I don't know about this. I feel like I'd be making a tall bet to say that Antiquarian's going to go rescue this at that point. Okay, we might just use our rocket here sooner. You know, this is what I'm talking about with these randoms. They just go rescue whenever they please. You could have said that earlier to you're going to be rescuing. Are you rescuing? I don't know if she's going to make that. Okay, she is going to make that. I mean, even if she wasn't going to make it, she could probably use her stick and get the rescue, but who knows if he has wind, if he has the suck, or if he'll try dodging the stick and then swing. Like, you never know. It's very risky. Okay, it looks like our cypher's going to be primed. And I never had to do anything this game. We're just going to win by doing nothing. We take those. Hold up. Watch it all go bad at the end. 7 seconds of contain time. Not bad, Psyche. This is the Call of Abyss gameplay we're looking for. 7 seconds of containment. Not bad at all. He's dead. I hope he got a blink out. Sounded like he got a blink out. Now, even with a bunch of dashes... Oh, I don't know about that, though. I don't think they're going to get that if he charges the other gate. He's not charging that gate? Really? I thought he would charge that gate. Oh, it'd be so sad if he actually charges this gate instead. That'd be so ironic. Oh, cheerleader's committing though. Uh-oh, looks like she changed her mind. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. We always got the YOLO rocket. Hold up, can we get like a YOLO rocket here? I see his shadow. I really want to go for like a YOLO rocket. YOLO! Hold up, maybe he'll run into it. Nah. Oh well. Isn't Fusion qualifying? I don't even know if they're called Fusion anymore. To be honest with you, I don't know if Fusion still exists. Green was a big part of Fusion. All of the old Fusion, I would say, was a big part of Fusion. Momo was a big part. Green was a big part. Walmart was a big part. There was no member on that team that I felt was not a good member. They were all really necessary. I felt that I was necessary as well when I was playing. And then they made a new team without me. And then Green left the team for B4U. Bunch of, I don't know what the drama was behind that at that point, but maybe he just calmly told Momo, "Hey Momo, I got this offer. I hope you don't mind." And maybe Momo was like, "Yeah, go ahead, buddy." Oops. All right, next survivor. Did I remove the last survivor? Oh shoot, it's gonna be really hard finding him now though. What was the last survivor? Weeping Clown. Yeah, Weeping Clown's not on here anymore. Okay, not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick. We got Coordinator. Hold up. I need to make sure Weeping Clown is off the list, though. Okay, Weeping Clown's off the list. Owen as in Omni? No. OM as in Omega. Or, I don't know. I wasn't the one talking about it. Maybe you're talking to someone in chat. Have fun, y'all. Can't stay, unfortunately, because of work. Good luck with Rank Psyche, and see you guys soon. Thank you so much, Trash Bag Ripper. I really appreciate it. Coming over to the stream. It's super late over there, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to Chuyalver69. I love your streams, Mr. Psyche IDV. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, my man. Oh, average view duration is 7 minutes? Where did you see that? Oh, yeah, it is. Even I didn't know that. You were hoping for Mind's Eye? Nah. Okay. I have to pick... Oh, shoot. I forgot. It's still up there. Oops. Alright, well, there's nothing serious up there. All you guys need to know is... After 7 minutes, the average person here is not a true fan and just leaves. That's all you need to know. A fake fan. After 7 minutes and 6 seconds... More than half of you are fake fans is what that's telling me. Alright. Hold up, let me fix this. Oh wow, it's so bright in here. I haven't even looked at the room until now. There's a dragon in the background. Alright, we're running Tide Trainer with Coordinator because that is the only reason you're gonna play Coordinator. Only reason. Let me tell you, if you're going to go Coordinator with broken windows, there's no point. Just go a better kiter. You're picking Coordinator only for her rescue ability. And she has some strong rescue ability. It's just her kiting is... Just give her back her 30% chair resistance and everything will be fine. That was actually her first ever nerf. Removing her 30% chair resistance. Ever since then, they've been trying to buff her. Really, that's the only buff she needs. Give her back her 30% share resistance. They did like 7 buffs to help Coordinator after that. Like, they made her shoot twice as fast and a bunch of other things like movement speed, like reduced decoding. All they had to do was just straight up give her back the old thing. I actually don't know how to do this. Sorry, Tato. Like, I have to search around this. It's like... I don't know where I'm looking at. I don't know how to find rules on PC either. I would have to do this on mobile, and I'm in the middle of something here. Hunters spawn at graveyard. Oh, alright. Is it like a Percy? Is it some fast hunter? Well, it's not a hunter coming to me. Okay, well I think it's safe to go in this direction now. Generally, you really don't want to do this cipher here unless you know for sure the hunter's not after you. Okay. Well, I guess we have plenty of time to fix the rolls now. Actually, yeah. We're gonna let that go. Because obviously, I don't know what's he up to, but whatever he's up to no good. So we're not gonna risk him. Okay, I'm just gonna try doing this on my phone. I don't know how this is gonna go because they changed Discord on phones now. Wait, he failed a rescue? Oh boy. Okay, well, this is just a dumb game. New DC update sucks? Discord update, you mean? Oh boy. Hopefully he just thinks I went inside church. Please! Oh my god, it actually worked. Question is, how long will it work for? Not very long. Can I still make this? I think I actually can. No, I can't. We're gonna do it after half. We lost this game no matter what. It honestly doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. That's actually fine, because now he's blocked behind the window, so... Or Priestess could just do a portal and he cuts it all off. There's literally no point of that portal. Just take the window. Just go ahead, go in a circle, save the portal, use the window while he's still in a good position to use the window. I don't get these people. I don't get these people. Why are you so quick to use the ability? The ability just puts you in a worse spot. So that it's easier to kill you now. Oh my god. These people are so dumb. It's like, when's Blood Queen 1 stream? I honestly don't know. Whenever I want to, is the honest answer. Whenever I want to. Well, we're dead instantly. Wow, we don't even have a chance at survival because the pal's not even here. No. That's so dumb. I enjoy doing 2-second kites. What is that Night Watch accessory? I have no idea. It's super ugly though. Call Abyss is calling the ambulance. A match with a bunch of idiots is the honest response. I actually can't go this way. He'll just dash 2 times. Maybe he just won't go after me. Maybe he just won't see me. Oh man. Shoot. Come on, your attack ended. I was gonna go use the window, and then I realized, wait a minute, he has confined space. And then I wanted to drop the PAL, but then I'm like, wait, if I drop the PAL, he'll just vault in and I'll instantly die. Okay, thank you for making my life easier. Shout out to Psyche for still playing IDV after so many years I could... Okay. This is why we can't have fun streams. Like, it doesn't matter whether I pick the worst character or best character in the game. We lose that 100% of the time. Because of absolute morons. Alright, Prospector's the next character. Alright, I'll just read chat in the meantime. Yeah, Discord mobile. It's only for my phone though. My iPad Discord is the same exact thing that it used to be. Even though iPad's mobile too. Yeah, Cowboy died in the first 5 seconds. He got terror shocked. And then someone managed to fail a rescue. At least I lost the least amount of points. Look at that. I, of all people, kited the most at that game. That's crazy. All I did was rescue. The fact that the rescuer gets more contain time just from rescuing. Oh my god. Just dumb people, man. At least we won that last match, I guess. It's probably the only match we're winning, and that's because we had Roll and Kite. When did season start? I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. And then I think it's season 30. It says here, yeah, it says season 30. No! Wrong character. Why is it auto-picked on Hunter? Okay. There we go. Oh, this was last year's. I remember Tato used this one a lot. What the hell? Oh, are people buying these skins? So apparently there's new skins in the shop. Alright, let's check out and... Nope, never mind. I guess next game. Yeah, that was rank. Okay. Watch us. We're gonna get nightmare bands at this point. That's how low in rank we're gonna be. Okay. We got Prospector as a survivor, which actually is a commonly played survivor, so let's pick this one as soon as possible. This skin is so ugly, I'm sorry. Even this skin's way better. I think Luca donated me that skin. I think Luca gifted me that skin. Luca, I'm sorry, it's ugly. It caught the ugly disease. It's so bad. I think I did a stream with it. Okay. Gold is a brave soul-picking rescuer. Props to Gold. Thank you, Gold. At least we're on hospital, so that'll make things much easier. Maybe. Basically, as long as I don't use my magnet on the kite, we'll kite 3 ciphers. That's how this goes. Hey, Psyche, Gold is in the chat now. What's up, Gold? Okay, guys. As long as we don't use magnets, we win. We win. We can solo kite this. I don't have broken windows though, so I don't know if I'll be able to solo kite this as easily. It's a lot easier to solo kite with broken windows than flywheel. Because flywheel, I say this time and time again, flywheel is one-time use in your kite. Broken windows is 5 to 6 times use in your kite. Which is crazy, and even one of them is so broken. So there's no comparison which one is better for the solo kiting, but in a situation where you have to avoid just one hunter ability, then yeah, flywheel will be better. But in most cases, it's usually just better to... Looks like he's not going after me. It's a waxer. So in most cases, it's usually just better to use your ability to counter the hunter's ability. In a lot of cases, flywheel is a yikes kind of ability. Sometimes you'll flywheel past the pallet or window, and that's not good. It makes your flywheel pointless. Alright. 29%. Oh my gosh. You're sorry in advance. Whatever happens this game, I'm sure it won't be as bad as last game. Because last game was something else. I gotta get used to... I have not played Prospector in years. Maybe the last time I picked Prospector was on the alt account a couple years back. Yeah, I usually stay away from this character. Dies too easily to Blood Queen. Really sad to Dream Witch. All the top tier hunters, really. Not a big fan of this guy. He's much better at supporting and stalling, but even then, there's better characters to pick. I just don't see him having a place in the meta. Maybe when you ban like 5 survivors, maybe then Prospector has a place, but even then, there isn't a strong argument to be made for other survivors. But yeah, we'll see here. We're about to hit max magnets. I'm not a big fan of dropping magnets on the ground either when you're at max. Usually, you're not going to be able to use it mid-kite. Unless it's like a map like Hospital, which you could loop back to, hypothetically, but even then, it could be difficult. I just prefer to save the triple magnets. Rather than have a random magnet on the field that you're probably not going to use. Alright. Okay, well. So far, this random is cutting a lot better than the last random last game. Okay. That's always good. That's good. 29%. We are a little bit behind on decode here. I assume Prisoner has a lot of progress on the cipher. I assume that's what's going on here. There's no finishing that cipher, though. No, he's not leaving the chair. If he left the chair, it'd be a good idea. And Samal just has to dip. Okay, he's got Peepers. Man, we lost to Peepers Wax Artist. Oh, boy. Like, these are the types of hunters... These are the types of hunters that have traits that are just asking to lose. Not running Teleport for a hunter with no movement, or not running Blink for a hunter who is so easily countered by tall walls and buildings, is just asking to get shredded. It's just... ugh. And unfortunately, it wasn't able to happen. We do have Flywheel, which is really bad against Wax Artist. We also have Prospector as a character, which is also really bad against Wax Artist. Hypothetically, we might be able to hit 100 wax on purpose while we're behind the safety of a pallet. Or like a window or something, so that we can get our wax off. But then we're just gonna get it all back because Prospector has no way to distance himself. 12%. %. He can kite, he can harass, I wouldn't really say kiting. He's not really a good idea to pick against the meta hunters. For example, I would not want to pick Prospector against Cleric. I would not want to pick him against Nightwatch. I would not want to pick him against Dream Witch, Blood Queen, that's for sure. Definitely wouldn't want to pick it against those. There isn't a single really meta hunter who I would want to pick Prospector against. If I'm gonna go support character, I'm gonna go Antiquarian, I could go Batter. They have much stronger, more reliable support, can actually help their teammates, unlike Prospector, who just really stalls it. The only really time you can use Prospector well is if the person is still alive. If they already died, he becomes a lot weaker. He's just good at stalling. I don't think he's that great at actually saving games. You're going to need a decent kite at least to make his support. His support will not be saving games unless the hunter is just bad. And definitely on the kiting aspect, we also have Waxers, which I didn't even mention before. There's also Waxers who he sucks against. It's just not a character I want to be playing against today's hunters. Was there ever a time that Prospector was particularly that great? Before he got nerfed, Prospector was way better. But he got nerfed a couple times. Now his range is a lot smaller. His stuns are a lot shorter as a result. Harder to use in general. Maybe we can get something going here. But like, once again, I don't really want to do anything. Oh, yeah. Because if I do anything, then I'm going to be the one who dies. Let's see. I don't think he's going to have time. There's really nothing we could do there. Not to mention relies on tall walls. If his teammates ever die in an open area, good luck with Prospector. Alright. I'm glad we got Prospector over with. Just one of the, in my opinion, overrated survivors of this game. Not all that great. More hyped up than he deserves. Anyway, let's move on. Granted, we didn't do anything that game, but still, better options to pick. Lucky guy? Oh my god. We're getting all the off-meta survivors today. Getting every single one. He's not good or anything, I just hate him. It sounds like you hate him because he's not good. The lucky god? What do you mean? So yeah, how do you feel about Wildling? Wildling is not that bad. He's not that bad. He's not my first choice, but he can fill a role that other survivors can't, and that's permanently staying alive all game. That's something Wildling can do really well. It's unique to him. So if you ever want a character who can do that, Wildling's your go-to guy. Very solid, very solid. Is he that great for supporting? Is he that great for rescuing? Not really. Not really. Because if you ever try to rescue as Wildling, you're hoping that you don't have to use your pig. Because if you have to use your pig... What the hell? Oh my god, that's horrifying. If you have to use your pig... What? Whoa. If you have to use your pig, then you're going to die after the rescue happens. Because you don't have an ability to protect yourself, so Hunter just charges after you. So that's the sad part about him. His support is not that bad. It's not that bad. It's comparable to Prospectors. You know, it has its good moments, it has its bad moments. It's not always going to be good, but it can definitely stall. It probably won't be really saving anyone necessarily, but it's definitely a good staller. Every once in a while, you'll get a good balloon rescue as well, and if they die in a, like the open, nice open area where you get that maximum pushing distance, then it's great. But again, he's one of those characters where you're rather gonna want to use him while the survivor's still alive, and that's when you're gonna be supporting. But if you really need to, he could also technically balloon rescue. Unlike Prospector, where the hunter's just gonna keep dropping over and over. Alright, we have these essences to open. Let's see if we get the, these are some really weird names. Let's see if we get the character. These E4, G3. Oh, it's chess references. Okay. I don't know where any of this is. I don't know where it is on a chessboard. I don't know where H1 is. I assume the king is in H1, since his name is the king. Alright. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Okay, first let me roll the wheel. Oh, what did I get? Oh, lucky guy. Never mind, I already rolled the wheel. Me getting ahead of myself. I always forget to roll the wheel, so I'm just trying to remember to roll the wheel this time. Okay. Give me 1 sec. We gonna get this Gooch loot in here. Let's see what Gooch loot is waiting for us. Let's go! We're gonna get Puppeteer and we're gonna do a Puppeteer stream right after these pulls. No, we're not. Maybe like, I guess it would be, I don't know. I don't know when it would be. Wait, did we match? Yeah, we did match. It just kicked me off and didn't load. Alright. It's the name and their place on the board. I know, but like, where is H1? Anyone who doesn't know chess by those terms will not know where H1 is. It's meaningless. It's like telling me the king is located in Narnia. I won't know where that is. Oh, we're already lucky guy. That makes it way easier. We're already lucky guy. Alright, here we go, guys. My teammates were like thinking like, okay, let's see what Survivor Psyche's gonna go. Let's wait and see. And he's already picked his character. Alright, boys. We got this lucky guy in the house. Did you get the 10 free pulls from the mail? I did. That's where the 12 essences are from. I got 2 from Logic Path, I think. And then the other 10 were from the mail. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Good luck, Psyche. Love your streams. I'll go to sleep. Take care, lovely. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. We got Chinatown. I think the map with the least amount of chests all over the map. Even Eversitting has more chests than this. God, this is awful. Okay, let me think about where the chests are. We have one at Bushes. And then the whole rest of that alleyway has no chest. The closest chest after that would be a hotel. And then there would be another chest at, like, in the dungeon corner. Like, near the dungeon corner. But, like, not exactly there. Like, by the tea shop. So that's 3. Then behind restaurant, 4. The map has a total of 4 chests if you don't count basement. Which is a 5th chest. This is so bad. I don't know what the devs are doing with this map when they decided chest spots. Did they just forget about chests? Chests are not even that good. Pull the syringe out? I know, we're gonna get the syringe. And it's not like I'm gonna have extra chances, too. There's 4 maps. There's 4 chests on this map. We're not gonna have a lot of chances here. We're just gonna have to pray. Alright, lucky guy, first chest. Is it a hermit? No, we have a prisoner. Oh, I'd rather get to know who the hunter is. You know what? Elbow pad is always solid. Good against every hunter, even Percy. That sounded like Geisha. I don't know, it sounds like a weird sound. Okay, we did get an elbow pad? No, it's a sculptor. What was that sound then? Oh, it was the little girl Paige, okay. Open 1 lucky parcel? Lucky guy has deductions now? That's crazy. I thought they would never add deductions for this guy. Ever since he came out, he's never had deductions. And 5 years later, they finally added to him. 5.5 years now, really. Alright. Let's see here. If I ever get teleported on, leaving these pallets up are gonna probably kill me. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. It's just the hunter is sculptor. You know what? Long story short, if you ever feel like you can't kite somewhere if you don't drop a certain pallet, it's probably a good idea to drop it. Because it's not worth the risk. Even if it does work out, it's just not worth the risk. But we are not going to get teleported on. The little girl got chased. Pretty long chase. I did open a chest, so I can't be too mad that I'm not finishing the cipher. 88%. Antiquarian goes down. That's not good. That's not good. And she gets picked up. Interesting. Okay. So I'm assuming little girl's teleporting on me. Yeah, there she is. We also have wanted order. No full presence. But there's a part of me that is wondering that maybe it's not such a great idea to rescue. Because full presence. No, that's really sad. Looks like we're not against a dumb sculptor here, which is always a little sad when we're not against dumb hunters. That's a nice rescue. Sneaking a rescue right there. But she's going to die immediately is the problem. We don't have anything. That's why I'm like thinking it probably wasn't a good idea to rescue that. But I can't open a chest. Even if she doesn't see me, even if she wouldn't have wanted order, she could just hear the chest. Okay, now what do we do? Now we die because of full presence. We could try to get a football. Oh wow, we actually got it. So far, my luck isn't atrocious. Okay. A long time ago, someone told me that forward football plus window boost doesn't work anymore. Because there's like a speed cap, which I didn't know. I never really realized that. Ever since they told me that, I have never once after that had the opportunity to use broken windows or pallet boost with a football since then. So we'll see. I'll try to take a closer look at it, see if I'm actually going the same speed as before. Like whether or not I'm using window boost, am I going the same speed? Because they did do that. I remember reading that a lot of years ago. That there was a speed cap introduced. That you could not go past 100% increased speed. Now to me, I thought the football didn't count. I thought it was talking about like broken windows. Let's say you got veteran bonus, which is 50%. Plus broken windows. Plus like someone activated the gates so you got borrowed time. That's 150%. Let's say you vaulted the window, got hit vaulting it, and you pop. That's really the only way you would ever hit maximum speed, now that I think about it. That's the only way you'd hit maximum. Like realistically, in a realistic setting. Those three boosts would have to all occur at the same time. Even if you're not a veteran, if you're not playing a veteran bonus character, that's still okay. Every character still has speed boost from getting hit. It's just to get the speed boost still, your teammates have to pop fast enough before it disappears. You know what I'm saying? Because if it lasts shorter, then if your teammates like don't pop instantly as soon as you go down, then those 2 seconds after getting hit will pass, and then that's how long a hit boost lasts, 2 seconds. So if they take 2 seconds to pop, you're not going to get that hit bonus speed anymore. But if your teammates can do instant pops, even without veteran bonus, she probably doesn't have statues. No, if she does. She's trying to do that splash damage crap, which honestly I don't think we're going to survive. She thought I wasn't making the rescue. What was that? What kind of choice was that? Whatever, we'll gladly take it. We'll gladly take it. She just thought I wouldn't make the rescue. Well, she just dungooped really bad. We have a chance to tie this now. Oh no, but she went down too fast. Okay, we're gonna try to come as soon as possible. It is a good distance away, though. We're probably gonna have to use this football. Oh wow, that's not good. That's really bad. Okay, and wow, they might actually have to pop right away. Otherwise, it's gonna... I mean, if she breaks the connection, we gotta go for it. Okay, we gotta go for it now. But honestly, I'd be fine if he just popped it. Okay, I'm realizing now if we don't do a perfect rescue, then we die. Like, we can't pop the cipher. Please! We just gotta pop, we gotta pop, we gotta pop, we gotta pop, we gotta pop! We got it! Is she alive? She's alive! She's alive! Let's go! She's alive, let's go! That was as perfect as you can get. That was as perfect as you can get. You could technically dodge the statue on the chair, but let's say I failed to dodge and I'm not immediately rescuing, then I would just get hit up. So I'm just going to assume that there's no way I'm gonna dodge it because of all the splash damage. And we're just gonna spam the rescue and hope she doesn't swing in time, because Sculptor does take a good second to swing. And it worked! It worked! Oh my god! Oh, get dodging, get dodging, get dodging! Get dodging! Beat this Sculptor's booty cheeks! Please, beat her booty cheeks! Don't let her get away. Don't let her get away with this. She was so dumb. She was so dumb. The way she played this game was so bad. Oh my god, come on, we deserve a win for her big mistake. My voice is dying. Okay. That's not good. That's really bad. Honestly, this is not bad either, though. Okay, problem is now she could just get sniped. Okay, seriously. I should have never had faith in you guys. Seriously? That's what you died to? Never mind. We deserve to tie that for how stupid that little girl was. I'm okay with that. Why did she just drop? She's not even looking down is the crazy part. She could, like, look down. Hold up. Let me go get something to drink, because my voice is dying after that. Oh, seriously? Call of Abyss is not done? Oh, Call of Abyss my ass. Hope for the best? Oh. Ooh, this... Oh. Okay, never mind, new plan. We're doing Call of Abyss. Where is Call of Abyss? Alright, we're doing Call of Abyss, and we're going to be doing Call of Abyss with random characters. I don't care! I'm done! I'm done caring, because caring... If I'm gonna care, I want to know that we can do it. Alright, we're not doing it. Okay. If I care about competing, when I know for a fact our team has no chance, it just makes me want to stop playing the game. Because then I care about something that has no hope. So screw it. I don't care. We already lost. Let's accept that. But I'll still do the matches. Alright. Who are we even going to find on Call of This? Is there anyone left without matches? Alright, we got Entomologist, which is actually not a bad survivor, but I really hate playing her. Okay. I see where you're going, Oscar. That's not a good idea, because you actually have to 3-7 kite with that character. You can't just say go a bad character and just get chased and kite. Alright, you got the hunter's attention, now what? I'll tell you what. Now you die. Now you die, and you're not going to win. So you can't be going garbage characters. What I was doing instead is I was going lawyer or composer every single match. So Hunter has that reason to chase me. So that way, I am still hugely benefiting my team when the Hunter doesn't chase me. Alright? So it guarantees that I didn't just pick a garbage character and then I don't get chased anyway, because there's always that thing to worry about. What if you pick the garbage character and you just don't get chased? Well, there goes your late game. There goes your chances of getting dungeon are just significantly lower now. So, not a good idea to just pick garbage characters. You should be picking tastefully. Picking characters that, if not chased, benefit your team hugely. If chased, they're still workable. Okay. Let's go Entomologist. Alright. We are going Entomologist. One of my most hated survivors. Mostly because I just can't use her. I just can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around using her ability like a pallet. But really, that's all it is. Just using it like a pallet. Okay. Think of it this way. Who is a better kiter, US Mindset or an NAE or random? I'm looking to win. I'm sorry, Oscar, but I'm looking to win. So if I get chased, I want to win. I want to make sure that I make the most of the opportunity. So I'm not going to go Mindset. Because how much better is Mindset over Composer? Almost no reason to pick Mindset over Composer. Composer gets the amount of deco that Mindset gets in mere seconds. No, I'm not picking Mindset over Composer, long story short. That's a horrible idea. So if you're just going to go Compose, if you want to go Mindset, just go Composer. Okay, we're actually going to do the middle. Oh, going after the person at ship. It's a lizard. Alright. Well, in my experience, we're going to lose. His prisoner versus off-meta hunter. Should be better for him. Probably not going to be better for him. Ship is also not actually that amazing against lizard. But it's not bad either. Out of all the buildings in the game, it might actually be the worst place. That two-story on Moonlit is probably even worse. Alright. 57%. He's actually... Wow, he's doing a really long kite without taking a single hit. This is already surprising. Usually they've taken a hit by now. We do have a wildling, which is going to really hold us back this whole game. He's only going to be helpful late game, assuming the hunter chases him. But early game, mid game, is going to be really bad. He's just going to be bad at rescuing, bad at decoding. He's okay at supporting, and he's okay at stalling. But I'm not sure if we're going to get to use that this match. If you ever have someone doing a good kite, it usually actually hurts to have slow decoders on your team then. Because then you just rather get the ciphers, then you guys would just win based off of cipher speed. But because you have a slow decoder, now that kite that would have been normally enough to get a win, now is not, and now you're forced to support. So kind of forces you to support because of your slower decode. That's why Antiquarian is so nice. If they ever just do a 3-cipher kite, you're not holding back your team with your slower decode. You'll get the ciphers done with your teammates, which is really, really nice. But with all these supporting characters, we got Wildling, we got Batter. I'm not gonna opt to waste too much time with the bees. Please, Batter. Oh no, he didn't get it. That's sad. Okay, as long as he goes in like Big Boat or something, he's not gonna get smashed. Oh, Wildling's already using his pig. Who's gonna be doing the ciphers then? Really? Really? How did that happen? Was he sitting at the edge of the planks? Come on. Did that lizard just use his smash when he was on the pig? What are these decisions? Oh no, it's one of these people, one of these hunters. Why are you sending energy to me? Why? It's your cipher that we should be focusing on. Look at this. Okay, he stopped sending energy to me. You can tell when they send energy because your cipher's shaking without you doing anything. Oh, it stopped sending energy because he got off of it. Never mind. Yeah, you see that? He's sending energy for no reason. You should not be sending energy to ciphers that are ahead. You should be focusing on your cipher that's behind. Your cipher is the limiting factor here. Your cipher decides when we get the gates open. So it's your cipher that we need to pop as soon as possible. If that makes any sense. I sure hope it makes sense. I mean, it should make sense. It's like driving. It's like driving. You can only go as fast as the slowest car. If the slowest car in front of you is too slow, then you can't go any faster. This is so dumb. I just walked into that. I'm so sorry, man, but we are going to body block for him, so the cipher will be primed at least. I just walked into that. Granted, oh my god, that was amazing. That was amazing. What? He had a chance. He just gave up? We take those. We take those. We take those. I mean, that prisoner, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, that prisoner was so dead to the next jump. How is that prisoner going to survive at half health against a smashing lizard? I don't see it. Maybe he just ran out of energy. Even energy doesn't come back that slowly. Oh, wrong mode. Okay, so granted, I know I ran into that smash, but to be fair, if that was a good lizard, he was gonna smash me regardless, alright? We can still make the rescue, though, whether or not he smashes me. If he smashes me, we can still make the rescue. We just have to spam the rescue button instantly, and he can never swing fast enough. He'll always be too slow on the swing, because the animations are taking too long. That's why I don't like to judge hunters or survivors before they come out in the game, because I want to see how long their animations last. Lizard is a great example of animations killing him. Feaster is a great example of animations killing him. They use their ability, they get a hit, it literally doesn't matter, because the survivor, if they know to spam the rescue button, they will always make the rescue. Sure, maybe you'll get a double hit, but it's going to be after the rescue, after Tide Turner's already triggered and stuff like that. In that situation, we didn't have Tide Turner, but you know what I'm saying. Point is, we make the rescue. We just don't want to fail the rescue, alright? As long as we make it, that's the most important part. Okay. We're going to continue. Let's see what else we get. Alright, let's see. Maybe Oscar's going to be right. We're going to get a garbage survivor. Shoot, we didn't get a garbage survivor. Okay, well, that's not a garbage survivor, but I'm garbage with the survivor. There's a very important difference between a garbage survivor and being garbage with the survivor. We're not going to get winning games with being garbage at a survivor. Why are you getting smashed by a lizard psyche? Listen, it's just the easiest way to say it. What even is it called? I don't even know what it's actually called. It's like called vertical momentum or something like that. Lethal crash. Lethal crash. I don't have time to say 2 words. Lethal crash. I have time to say lethal company, but not lethal smash. Not in the second. No. Wait, did I just say lethal smash? Lethal crash. Lethal crash. It's way easier than say smash. Alright, we could say stuff like, oh, we got crashed by the lizard. Oh, or the lizard is crashing us. What does that mean? What does that mean? No one knows what that means. They're gonna be like, say, what the hell is a crash? I understand crash at my place later tonight, Netflix and chill, all that stuff, but what does crash mean? What does crashing mean? No. Plain and simple, smash. He smashes you. Example. Crash at my place and Netflix and chill versus smash. Smash. So simple, so easy. There's no way they're gonna deny. Smash. Imagine like this caveman walking. This how cavemen in the BC times be walking around. They'd be like with their gigantic foreheads, like smash, smash. and then the girl, very elegant, you know, very pretty looking, very knows what she's doing. She's like respectable lady, and then out of nowhere, she's like smash back to it, and then they smash. Let's end the story there, actually. Lizard smash, by the way. Lizard smash, you know? Back then, we had Tyrannosaurus Rexes, we had gigantic reptiles. So they were trying to warn each other, hey, smash, 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 jump, 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 boom, smash, run from smash. Okay, now he sounds like he's warning the lady to run away before he smashes her. Run from smash. They were not smashing. Oh my god. Okay, to be fair, there were no dinosaurs when humans. Even when humans were at their like lowest, there were no dinosaurs anymore. They were talking about a crocodile. A gigantic leaping crocodile. You guys have heard of the leaping frog? The flying squirrel? We'll get ready for smashing crocodile. Listen. We can all make stories. And this one's based off of, like, what do you call it when they say based off of real events? Like, it's not based off a true story. It's based off of, like, realistic fiction, you know? Realistic fiction. Realistic fictions with some big ass quotation marks. What was that character? Oh yeah, this guy. Are you streaming? Yeah. Alright. OMG. No, they're all saying hi now. And Beans probably. Is Beans here? Oh, Beans is here! Yo, Beans, you got a personal hello from Juju right here. Juju be Juju. No one? Alright. I guess I'm the weakest link here. Of course I joined it here. It's like you're talking about Netflix and chill. You thought that was bad. Everything after the Netflix and chill part was even worse. I'm glad you heard all of that. That was amazing. Wu Chang and photo? Let's pray it's a Wu Chang. Come on, Wu Chang. It's a Wu Chang. Here we go. Here we go. Wu Chang time. Wu Chungus. Okay. Here we go. Zoning in. We still have 10 more essences to open. I just remembered. I have 10 more essences to open. I forgot about them. Wu Chang, my beloved. It's gonna be Chungus. Here we go. Come on, Big Chungus. Bring on the Big Chungus. Didn't Hank... Didn't that guy, Hank from Breaking Bad, say Big Chungus? Oh, wow. He didn't connect the cipher. Foolish dude. Alright. A foolish hermit already. Already matched with Unga Bunga Hunters. Good star, good star. This is actually what you want to do against Hermit. Just like how you guys know, against Photographer, the best thing is to try to pop a cipher machine before the camera roll ends, so that way you lose no progress. Same thing against Hermit. He can connect all ciphers later on in the match. But if there's 7 or 6 ciphers, he can only connect 5 of them. So when the game starts, there's always going to be 2 ciphers that he cannot connect. You want to try to find those ciphers and you want to do it. That way you guys still keep up the decode. And his decode debuff doesn't even take effect until way too late in the game. And that's how you want to make sure you're countering a Hermit. You want to have at least one teammate doing a unconnected cipher machine, because it ensures that you guys stay ahead on decodes. Fast palette breaking Hermit. So it's really nice. If you can get both of them, that's really great. If not, that's okay too. One of them is alright. But it's like the equivalent of like Wu Chang. Sorry, not Wu Chang. Like Photographer. Getting a cipher done before Photo World activates. Someone needs to switch to blue. She's dying if you don't switch to blue. Okay. 100% decode though. Clearly we have very mathematically advanced teammates here. Oh, he has wanted order. Okay. That's okay. Who cares? We still have a wall protecting us. So yeah, not a big deal. I could care less about wanted order. Completely pointless. I'm not even going to use my ability in the first place. It's completely unnecessary. Someone please switch? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Seriously? You just let her die? Alright. Wait, now he switches? Uh-oh. Shoot. She was about to get hit. That was gonna be bad. I should have waited first. If I'm being honest. I should have waited before touching that cipher in case you got another swing on her. Dude, we missed out so much in helping this toy merchant Kai. We could have had... Yes, we'd have more damage on our survivors, but we don't really care about that. What we care about is the first kite. The first kite and the second kite as well. He's not making that. I don't know why he's going for that. Neither of them are making for it. What are they both doing? Neither of them are making it. They're gonna have to like take a bunch of polarities. It's not gonna be worth it. Look at all that damage. We're probably gonna lose this game now. That's seriously bad. Wait, she failed? Did she hit a tree or something? Man, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I think we lose now. That was not worth it. If you guys are gonna not share polarity for your teammates, you may as well not even rescue them at that point either. Because that's just free damage at that point. You could have extended the kite way longer. Actually, we're gonna actually... Damn it. I stepped in that locker expecting me to get chased, but... Yeah, we lost this. Try not to emote or else I can't heal you. 4%. This game is over. All we gotta do is just don't have someone rescue there. If you're not gonna share, don't even bother rescuing them. Oh boy. Too bad we don't have that cheerleader stun now. Man, I hate that. It never actually turns when I want it to turn. But, we wouldn't make it anyway. Even without that mistake. We would not make it anyway. He's actually going to get his polarity back before I get the jetpack. Yeah, that's super sad. You hate playing against Hermit so much? Hermit is a very easy hunter to go against. It's just people who don't have game sense. People who lack game sense, people who don't like know how to do math. Like, they need to figure out when to share damage, because that will actually save your teammates. Make the kite way longer. But they're just not sharing damage. There's nothing I could have done about that. I couldn't share damage. I had no polarity. Even then, you don't really want the rescuer taking damage until they do a first rescue. If they take damage, as long as they can do at least one rescue without relying on teammates, that's good too. But we just straight up lost that because they're going for a rescue. They're committing millions of resources going for a rescue that, for starters, they're not going to make it unless they both go together. If they go together, that's just as bad because now we're getting way too much people not decoding. And then we'll lose that way. So it's just people, it's just like game sense. You just got to have game sense. If you don't have game sense, yeah, we're going to lose. And yeah, Hermit's going to be annoying then, but you should be mad at your teammates, not a Hermit, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, let's keep playing here. Oh, did it just end? Okay. Alright, we got Painter, which is not bad. Painter's not bad. He makes the game longer just to lose? Not necessarily. If your teammates know what they're doing, yes, he makes the game longer. No, you're not losing. But you need people to know what they're doing. That's the thing. If they don't know what they're doing, yeah, you guys are dead. But if your teammates don't know what they're doing, trust me, they would die to any hunter. It's not just Hermit specifically. Alright, we're gonna go Painter here. Painter's not a bad character. He's really sad, because he doesn't start with a painting, so the early game can also always be a little bit scary with him. Not the Prospector standing there. I think the Prospector disconnected. You're saying if your teammates know what they're doing, it is impossible to lose against her. I don't want to say impossible, but because of the way Hermit works, he takes too long to kill survivors. Yes, he makes ciphers go longer, but he also takes way too long to kill people. Any hunter who's played the game long enough will know that taking more than 2 hits to kill survivor is seriously game losing. You're gonna need those 3 hits to be really fast, because just getting 2 hits is already very difficult. Against survivors nowadays with their abilities, with optimal kiting routes combined together, and you have an ability that doesn't even work through walls, really stalls you down as Hermit. So not only do you have to take multiple hits to kill people, your ability is not even as good as the top hunters. Sculptor, Nightwatch even, although not infinite range, work at far ranges and make transitioning very difficult. With this guy, just getting behind a tall wall already puts him in a tough spot. Did we not have anyone spawn at middle? I didn't get to see. Another Hermit match. Okay, all the ciphers by me are connected, so we're just going to start decoding immediately. And I do see a shadow. He's not going after me, though. Maybe he'll change his mind and go after me? But, like, right here. This is a great example of being able to kite Hermit here. These tall walls are going to help a ton against Hermit. They're just going to stall out the kite so long. You know what I'm saying? And he already wasted a polarity. We have to get his appearance. Shoot, I could have gotten his appearance there. But yeah, this is a... Oh, he actually got it back already? Okay, we're still going to be fine here, though. Because of tall walls. Tall walls are saving our booty cheeks here. But yeah, even if we take it here, it's not the end of the world. He actually pulled us away from the window. That was really good for us. Not for him, obviously. We're going to be able to vault one more time here. And he's forced to use a blink. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. So he's always going to blink us there. Oh, we never finished this. Right. That's okay. He's always going to get polarity every once in a while, but think about how long we're stalling. Think about how he had the polarity, and he just couldn't do anything with it. He had to wait until he could shoot me. So just with one hit, we forced a blink out, we forced the multiple abilities out. He was just never able to get a good opportunity because we're using tall walls effectively. And look at how much deco we have. Unfortunately, our teammates are not pinging. But just look at my Cypher. My Cypher gained 28% decode for free without doing anything. So if my Cypher has this much, imagine how much their Cypher is. The other thing with Hermit, you guys have to make sure you're going to the Cyphers you are connected to. After you finish a Cypher, go to the Cypher that you were connected to. Because that way, any progress you lost on your Cypher is just transferred to the other Cypher. So you actually really didn't lose any progress if you think about it. The only progress you lost is that minus 8%. The other 42% went to the other Cypher. If you have two Cyphers connected, that's bad, because then 42% went to both Cyphers, and now you can't really do both. But the good news is, if it's connected to another teammate, then you're really just decoding at normal speed at that point. Which is also fine. I'm not really focusing here. Okay, we have everyone with polarities here, so as long as they survive here, we're fine. And we're going to have lots of deco here. Now remember, we have another Cypher over there. We're connected to that Cypher, and a teammate was doing that Cypher. When we get on that Cypher is going to be at least 50% probably. Just from my kite plus what we're decoding with right now, we should... how much damage was that? We're at 0.6 plus 0.3. We're at... Hold up. I don't remember how many people who was sharing earlier. But you know what? It's probably not going to matter. Okay, we're at exactly 1 now. We're also going to be able to heal up here, which is really solid. Free heal. Look at how much decode we have. Look at this. This is a great example of why Hermit is such an overrated hunter. Look at this. All this slow decode, and it turns out they just were at different Cyphers. So really, in reality, those Cyphers, we should be healing her first in case like damage gets taken on the Seer. So all that slower decode we took at the beginning, what that's going to turn into is we're going to, instead of popping 3 Cyphers quickly, we're going to pop 5 Cyphers slightly slower. Look at that. He even took a second blink. So that's a win in my book. And we are definitely going to have time to do a last Cypher here. Think about the connections on top of that. You might be thinking, oh, we don't have a last Cypher. It's like, well, that's okay, because Hermit connected the Cyphers. All that extra decode that we're spending on that Cypher is transmitting to another Cypher. It looks like it's going to be... it's probably this one, but I have a feeling that he disconnected Cyphers, and there is some progress here that there's to be taken advantage of. So we are in a solid spot here. We did get a little bit lucky with getting all those heals off. Like, usually that's not going to happen. There we go. Journalist is actually able to rebound off that painting, so that's amazing. Cheerleader took a hit for literally no reason right there. Perfect. This is the reason why you lose to Hermit. This is the reason why we lose to Hermit, because of people doing hits like that. That's why you lose to Hermit, not because Hermit's a good hunter. Trust me. If it was like that, if it really worked like that, then hunters who are S tier would be winning 100% of their games. if a hunter as bad as Hermit can find a way to win this easily. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We probably shouldn't have used that painting, but whatever. I think it would be better for me to take a hit there if I'm being completely honest. We had the health. The ability is more valuable. And now we just do another Cypher Machine and we're good to go. We can play this game as slow as we want now. Slowing is just to our benefit now. Because this dude, Hermit, is way too far behind to make use of his negative reduction of decode. We took advantage of that. This is why. So many reasons. That slower decode that you think you're getting is really just helping your teammates for the late game. As long as your teammates are not taking free hits, and like so on and so on. As long as you're forcing him to use Hermit abilities, as long as you're constantly forcing him to use Polarity, that's good. As long as you force him to use Polarity, as long as you're not giving free hits, that's the most important thing. She just ran into that like, ugh. So that's the other thing. You have to have teammates who also have to be smart. Your teammates have to know how to predict a hunter well. Like right here, we might tie this game because this cheerleader just didn't know how to play the game very well. Like if she was just looking backwards, if she was predicting this hunter's movement, she could have avoided that. She could have avoided that and made it more plausible to do. But now we're in serious trouble. Thankfully, it looks like we have a tide turner here. So we're going to have one person with tide turn. Journalist is rescuing from the completely wrong angle, though. Thankfully, she's got a little bro. But she has to hurry it up. There we go. She's down there now. Perfect. Tide turner. Looks like they're going to wait. That's all right. That's all right. Personally, I pop sooner. Because I don't want him gaining abilities. I don't want him gaining his abilities back, stacking them up, and then we have to pop because then he knocks someone down. We don't want him stacking abilities up. Not a good thing. So the sooner we can pop, the better. He's not even connecting Cyrus. If he goes after Sierra Painter, they survive. I can't switch polarity, so Journalist is going to go down here. But as long as here and Cheerleader can get out, all it takes is one good kite and we can win against Hermit. But usually we're losing to Hermit because people are giving free hits. People are not using their head. They're not looking back. They're not thinking about what the hunter can do and what he should do and playing around what he should do. And that's why we lose games to Hermit. Not because his slowdown is reducing your decodes. Because you're not actually losing decode. It's just going to a different cipher. So you just have to make sure you're going to that cipher. And you guys are actually relatively on par. A super good Hermit, if such a thing even exists, a super good Hermit, we'll try to make sure that there's always going to be ciphers with extra progress on there, so you're never gaining progress on like the next cipher that you want to do. There's always a little bit extra going to a different, like a 6 or 7 cipher. But it's very difficult to do. And even if you try to do that, it usually ends up benefiting the survivors in the long run. Because you just take such a long time to kill survivors that you really have to go full on in with Hermit's chase. You have to take Insolence, you have to take Blink. Because if you don't do one of those things, you're just going to not have enough time. You're not going to have enough polarities to keep up with the damage. There's going to be tall walls in the way. Survivors who know how to use tall walls will be using tall walls. Like, tall walls aren't going to protect you necessarily. Tall walls delay. So think about it like this. Hunter has his ability. He wants to use it as soon as possible so that he can get to his next ability. Think about it like Blood Queen. Blood Queen, you don't want to hold your mirror, because then that's wasting time for your next mirror. Alright, so you want to be using them as quickly as possible while still getting damage. So that way, your next damage will be faster and faster and faster, but if you're not using it, then you're not getting damage. And that's taking longer for your next mirror. That's the way Hermit wants to play. Hermit wants to use his polarity as soon as possible so that he's gaining time to his next polarity, because the next polarity is pretty much guaranteed. It's really hard for a Hermit to miss polarities. It's pretty easy to hit them on survivors. And they're pretty good at their job. They're pretty good at stunning. I will give Hermit that. He is pretty good at getting the hits off. But because he takes 2 polarities, combined with the fact that he only gets one of them, means that it just takes too long. So if you have a survivor who just uses tall walls, again, it's not going to protect you, but here's what it does. It causes the Hermit to not be able to use it. Because if he uses it, well, then he's just hitting a wall. He needs to save it until he hits you. But if he saves it, then that's taking longer for his next polarity. And while that's all going on, you guys are doing extra decode that he's not getting his next polarity with. So if he wants you to be in open areas so that he can use his polarity as soon as possible, so that way the chase is not taking as long as, and you guys are not getting extra decode. But if you're constantly stalling that ability, making it so that he can never get a good use out of it, and it's taking... The cooldown is 12 seconds for reference. If you can make it 20 seconds for each one, that's an easy 3-cipher Kai right there. Just that extra 8 seconds. Because think about it, that's one ability. That 8 seconds is not a whole lot by itself. But think about it, the next polarity, he's going to need to do it again after he hits you. Alright, so add another 20 seconds on that. Get this. That polarity he just used did not even stun you, because you had no polarity on. So he has to wait another 20 seconds to use the next polarity to finally get the damage on you. And finally, then you'll be able to get blinked to death, right? And this is not even considering, like, rebound kites. How if you put a polarity on a survivor who's off a chair, someone could switch over and help them kite, and now the whole loop starts all over again, where they get behind a tall wall and delay your abilities and all that good stuff. I forgot to roll a survivor. It's all about stalling, all about knowing how to stall abilities. A hunter like Hermit's biggest weakness is that his ability just doesn't go through walls. So you just abuse that. Some maps like Moonlit, Eversleeping, that's harder to do. It's hard to do that, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to do that on those maps. And on those maps, Hermit becomes a lot better. But it is still difficult for Hermit because of how much time it takes to kill survivors. Yes, you're slowing ciphers down, but it's taking you just as long to take a survivor down if they're playing at their best. Alright, and this is not even considering that the survivors could rebound with the polarity if you hit them with polarity after the first rescue. This is not considering that the slowdown that you're applying is just going to a different cipher. So then the survivors are just going to go to that cipher next. I'm just repeating myself at this point. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. But here's the thing. With Hermit, if you can manage to knock someone down quickly, it's hard to break out of that cycle as Survivor then. Because then you guys are taking unnecessary damage. The Survivors is not doing a good job taking advantage of their health, of their resources. They're just wasting it. And that costs us all health. Because they don't know what they're doing. And that's why Hermit is so strong in low tier. Because if a Survivor doesn't know what they're doing, we all lose out on it. It's not like we can just let him die and we're all still full health and we could possibly do a rebound kite. He gave them presents. As in the Survivor. The Survivor gave them presents. Gave the Hunter presents. Which makes all rebounds after that very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Hermit is not a bad Hunter if he can get full presents. Because then that whole strategy about stalling Hunter abilities that I was talking about earlier doesn't really work anymore, because while you're stalling the ability, he's getting another one. So think of it like Sculptor. Let's say you're out in the open, right? So Sculptor can't really use her one statue. While she's waiting to get a good opportunity out of her one statue, okay, we got a person who doesn't listen to pings. You don't want to get healed up. Okay, as I was saying, she's already gaining time for her next statue. So you, as a starter, are like, oh, I'm stalling the statue. But when she finally has a good opportunity to use a statue, now instead of having one statue, she has two statues. And that's why Sculptor is so powerful, because while you're stalling one ability, she's still gaining the next ability. That's why stacking ability hunters are so much better than like something like Ripper, or Hermit, or Violinist. Because their abilities do not stack, and every second you spend not using your ability is time wasted for your next ability not coming back. And like the stacking ability hunters are a great example of that. That while you're stalling their ability, they're still getting their next ability, and you really feel it as Hunter. Which is maybe more reason to play Hunter instead of just Survivor. If you're trying to be a good Survivor, playing Hunter benefits you a lot. Knowing how to think like your enemy, knowing what benefits your enemy, what they hate, what hurts them, what helps them. What's to their benefit, basically. So, long story short, If you didn't retain anything, Hermit early game sucks because he can't stack abilities, meaning that he can stall it out and he's not getting time for his next ability. Full Presence Hermit is quite decent because while you're stalling it out, while you're stalling the ability out, he's still getting his next ability back. So, best case scenario, you might stall his one presence, but his full presence is making it so that he will get more polarities. And then that polarity, then he can like double down. You can use 2 polarities at once instead, which is quite solid. I'm a little afraid of Blink, so I don't feel like taking that staircase. He's gonna have a note here. I was hoping we could dodge it, but unfortunately we're not able to. That's okay. Not a big deal. It's a little bit sad, but it happens. I think we'll come back here. Let's see, what is he doing? Okay, he's actually following me. We're gonna keep doing the same thing because I just want to guarantee a good kite here. We're not like in the best situation. So, oh no, don't get the snipe off. That would be so sad. So, I'm not gonna lie, it is a big waste to use abilities like that quickly. The contrary, what is my other option? My other option is dying. That's my other option. Like, my other option is dying or use the hook. And if I'm gonna use the hook, why would I use it anywhere except hospital? Think about it like that. Alright, let's say I'm like, okay, well, let's try to use the pallet. And then we realize, oh wait, we can't use the pallet because then it risks dying to a note, so then we're just gonna use the hook to play it safe. So then in a situation like that, it would have just been better to stay at hospital and keep using the window trick, because that would have bought us way more time than just using any old hook and then him just walking easily back after us. Because we're slowed down significantly. We need amazing hook. We need best case scenario hooks, and that is our best case scenario hook. It's a little bit sad, but it buys us the most time. And honestly, I was doing the row wrong. Actually. Focus on decoding? I'm gonna focus on decoding. Everyone is far away from the hunter, so I'm gonna decode. I was actually doing the wrong route, guys. When I vaulted that window, here's where I should have gone. I'll show you where I should have gone. I actually should have gone like this. I should have gone left here. Because, I'll tell you why, because the hunter's coming from this direction. Okay, hunter is just walking over there. That means I can keep doing my example. So imagine the hunter's walking around birdcage and they see me go up the stairs, right? And they're just going to follow me. This is wasted distance. Walking to the stairs in my situation is wasted distance because the hunter anyway is going to go around birdcage and they're anyway going to be closer to the staircase side. So me running to stairs doesn't actually buy me time. It would have bought me way more time if I went in a circle around hospital because they're going away from that side of hospital. And if we're anyway going to use the hospital window, then we also would have been there. We also would have been in the exact same situation. The only difference is that we stall more time out, you know. So that was bad of me. But in terms of the hook usage, that is what I would still keep doing in that situation. If we had like the pallet still up there, if we had window boost, I would be more inclined to do something else, but nah. It's not worth the risk. Like, we could maybe dodge a note with some, like, nice mind games, but mind games are not guaranteed. The hook is guaranteed. And the only way he can come back is if we die early. Think about it like that. If I use 3 hooks, and I use those hooks well, he's never going to have the time before we have enough ciphers. He'll kill me, but it's going to be too late by then. So that's the takeaway from that match, I suppose. Alright. Infamous wants to play with you, alright. Alright, let's invite Infamous. He might be too high rank. Let's see here. Let's see if he's too high rank. I think that's too high rank. That's too high rank. I'll have to win one more game, and then we'll be able tie or win, and then I'll be able to move up a tier, and then I'll be able to play with him. I actually can't play with him right now. two. He's two. Oh, on his alt. What's his alt name? Find like-minded visitors? Oh no! I didn't want to delete the option. Oh, shoot. Okay, I don't know what his alt is, though. Infamous, speak up, kiddo. Infamous, stop hiding in the shadows, man. Come out. Get out of the closet. Embrace your true self. Come on, Infamous. Don't be shy now. Alright. Oh, new graffiti. Night. Night. Well, we're actually doing pretty good today. We're not doing so bad. What was that? That was the 4th win today? That was also like the second surrender in Call of Abyss we had. That lizard could have had a chance, and that violinist. Yeah, as long as everyone plays perfect, we're not gonna. He's not gonna come back. I was even just doing an example instead of running to game. That's how much time we had. Psyche, what do you think about decoders and meta, especially mech? Mech, do not play mech. Long story short. Decoders though, they serve a very interesting purpose nowadays. They're mostly just for to be the kiter, I suppose. So because of spawn selection, it's not really a good idea to pick decoders. Out of range, that's what I thought. He didn't mean right now, it's alright. Alright, let's open them later. Let's make you guys wait. Alright. What was I talking about? I don't even know what I was talking about. Let's roll the next survivor. Oh, yeah. That lizard. What was that lizard doing? He just surrendered. Is that what I was talking about? Actually, I don't think that was what I was talking about. Alright, let's move on. And we got... Oh, yeah, decoders. Decoders are not that good. If you're going to play decoder, you're mostly just playing decoder to kite. Because spawn selection just always reveals where you are. It's going to be pretty obvious where you spawn. And so, I don't like decoders nowadays. Ever since they added spawn selection, it's really sad going decoder. Because decoder is just another word for kiter, but with worse abilities. 1, 2... They don't serve much of a purpose anymore. A decoder's purpose is to decode. You don't want decoders kiting. Otherwise, you just rather have a person with better kiting abilities kite. Infamous dad. Okay, maybe he wants something. But yeah, you just gotta have people with kiting abilities rather kite at that point. So what does that mean? That means you rather have, instead of any decoder, anytime you have a decoder, you just rather have a kiter, in other words. So any opportunity you can find a decoder, you just replace him with a kiter, because that decoder is just gonna kite. You got Puppeteer at 144 bullets. Love this game. Alright, we're gonna play now. Alright, we're gonna do this last Call of Abyss match. We're gonna end it out strong. At least we're ending out Call of Abyss strong. There's always that. I'm also gonna rank up, so there's that. Yeah, so far we're 3 out of 4 on our Call of Abyss match. This is really nice. I mean, so we are getting these bad hunters here with who are playing violinists and like Hermit. We did lose this Hermit match, granted. And Lizard. Well, we were going against those hunters before too. Like, a few days ago, I was going against the same hunters, too, and we were losing those matches, too. Just, you know how it is. Honestly, we're lucky that lawyer escaped. That's the only reason we won that violinist match. That lawyer got lost somehow. Uh-oh. I got a lot of reading to do. The window at the antique shop reflects the shadows of a couple of people. Okay. The leader has a burly physique. He's burly. Slightly curved back. Huge dragon hat. Stands with a tall frame. Oh, it's antiquarian. Senior young woman, several long spikes tied in a high knot. Alright, is there anyone here? Oh no, we're gonna be here all day. As the madam of the Grand Theater to share her tea snack recipes with me to make adequate refreshments from the Dragon Dance Troupe's welcome meal. This is your second time here in Chinatown, is it not? That your Dragon Dance Troupe is the finest. Seeing you here today in the flesh, you truly are impressive. The madam of the Grand Theater remembers just how much you enjoyed snacks there. She hopes that they are still to your liking. You're too kind. Who is that? Is that Gamekeeper? I almost caught my death out there. I heard you serving hot tea. What is this skin? What the hell? Okay, I'm only gonna buy the limited skin. I'm not gonna buy the other skins. I've been dropped off at the Chinatown. I don't even think I could buy the other skins if I wanted to, honestly. How about let's go inside and make yourself comfortable? Okay, finally. Oh, no. Never mind. Troop leader. Can see right away that I've been practicing much. Oh, dude, I thought we were done here. I was gonna do this later off stream, but I guess not. I miss my hometown for the reason that's why I just really desire to bring the dance to Chinatown. Have you had any noteworthy experiences since arriving in Chinatown? Sure. Streets have been buzzing with this time over the arrival of the Dragon Dance Troupe. It's practically the only thing anyone ever talks about these days. Our quiet antique shop suddenly seemed infused with this contagiously lively atmosphere. Everyone was describing in vivid detail what they imagined the magnificent dragon dance might look like. I must admit, I also found myself swept up in the excitement of it all. I imagined a divine dragon storming through the narrow passage of the plaza, dozens of huge gongs and drums playing in the concert as sparks filled the night sky like shattered jade. What was that last word? Jade. My new phone has 128 gigabytes. That's more than my iPad. What? Okay, granted, this iPad I'm playing on also has 128. It's just my old one has 64. That was what, 10 years ago? Alright. Alright, boys, no prisoner. I'm scared. What was the survivor? Shoot, what was the survivor? Did I roll? Did I roll? I'm going to roll again just in case. Who did I get? If I got anyone, who did I get? I didn't get anyone. None of these. Oh, Acrobat. I got Acrobat. I remember. I remember now. Okay, next survivor will be Gardener, though. Next survivor is going to be Gardener. We got Acrobat earlier. The downside of rolling so early is that I'm going to forget. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. Acrobat's a great survivor. One of the best. Really happy with Acrobat. Perfectly fine with that. We're gonna let Magician spawn there. I don't think Magician would know how to rotate out of reception, so we're gonna spawn there. Hunter hasn't picked their character yet. We won't let you forget. Let you forget what? Forget what? Oh, Acrobat? Oh, it was Acrobat. Thank you. Won't let me forget the survivor. I already forgot what we were talking about. That next is Gardener? Oh, God. Yeah, you bet. Okay, that's actually going to be the last survivor, too. It's going to be the last survivor of the day. It's going to be the last match after this. This is the second to last match. Beans really called me poor in storage. I may be low income, but I'm never going to be low income. Alright. Sorry, that reminded me of that. Infamous's dad, is that his all? Yeah, that's his all. Okay, we got a very lucky spawn. I think last game we spawned behind the fences, which is still okay. We were by the exit. But here, this is what we like to see. Right outside the exit gate. This way we get a really nice and easy rotation value. Uh-oh, I don't like this. Okay, we're gonna back off here. Oh, seriously? Okay. Oh, she didn't see me! Actually, I'd be okay if she saw me now. I'd be okay if she saw me now because we're in a good spot now. I'm assuming she's not gonna be able to web here, right? No, she's not. She's not even gonna go after me. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and do... It's a little bit risky to do reception right now. Oh, yeah, very risky. Okay, let's see what she's doing here. She still could go after me. She's gonna have a lot of webs here, though. Wait, what is she doing? We're gonna do that because I cannot have her chain triple webs 3 times in a row, like 5 times in a row. That's the only way she could kill me, is if she chains that many webs in a row. Like, she could chain it... I'll give you guys a couple examples. She could chain it probably... I think you could chain off this fence here. Then you could chain right here between these benches. Then you could chain right there between that chapel right here. Or if that's even a chapel, wait, what is that? Then you could chain right there at the entrance. Like, we can't have that. She could technically get a hit on me if she does that. Granted, I guess then I would be able to just bomb the window instead. But it's not good. It's not good to have it, because then she could still reuse that web to go around that window, and then I'm going to be stuck at that window, and then she's going to force me to vault back, and then I'm going to be inside church, and inside church doesn't really have anything to work with. Like, she's going to be all the way up on my butt, and we're just not going to have anywhere to go once she's that close. So we're in an area where I have to identify that we're in a position where if she forces me to vault backwards, and she's right next to me when she does that, I'm not going to have time to reach the next window or the next pal, because you guys see how open church is. You guys see how I'm not going to be able to make anything else. So if you're going to use these windows, this window specifically, you have to make sure the hunter's not right next to you when you do it, because otherwise you're not going to be able to really make church efficiently. Now, granted, Spider is like one of in fact, the slowest window vaulter in the game. Very slow. So you could actually make it under many circumstances. But that's assuming she doesn't use webs. And this whole situation I'm talking about assumes she's going to use the webs. And we would not make it in that case. So we're just going to play it safe, drop a red bomb, all that good stuff. A lot of explaining for something that didn't even happen. And you guys are probably going to be like, crazy. Like, it's like he's crazy. What is he talking about? And it's just because of playing the game for so long. When you play the game for so long, you've seen these things happen. You already know what's going to happen. I can picture what's going to happen before it even happens. Because it already happened. Does that make any sense? I already know what's going to happen, basically. So that's why I'm already playing around it. This is how you become a good survivor at the game. You have to think like the hunter. You got to be like, in what way could the hunter possibly catch up to me? Could the hunter possibly catch up to me if they just stacked all their webs on me? Is it possible? And the answer is technically no. But then what she could do is then she could go around the window instead. After I use my ball to jump the window, my debuff doesn't get any value. We actually have extra ciphers here. What that's going to do is that's going to force me to the window that I just vaulted with the ball. Oops. Looks like they just popped on accident. That window that I just used my ball to vault, she's going to go around here, like, let's say, like, right here. Like, just imagine this. Like, she's using triple webs across this map right here. And then she's like, she goes over here, puts a couple more webs, sees that I'm vaulting, goes immediately backwards. She still has these webs here. She's chaining off. She's going to chain some, like, probably... I think she could chain one right here. Right here, she could chain one. Basically, anything that's, like, between two walls, anything you can think of, that's where she can chain. She could even chain off of just flat walls. That's how bad it is. So, be careful. So then what that would do is it would force me to go backwards out the window I just vaulted. I would have no window boost anymore. I'd have no window boost. I think I already used it at that point. And then I'd be stuck on the inside of church. Yeah, she's super slow when she vaults the window, but you have to remember she's going to have triple stack webs, so she's not going to be that slow at all. And she's going to catch back up to me with a couple more webs. Because we've been stalling that spider for so long that she has a lot of webs stacked up. Isn't that like what I was talking about earlier? About like... The disadvantage of stalling against stacking hunters, like hunters who could stack their ability. Because yeah, you're stalling their ability for now, but later on, they're going to have more to destroy you with later. So you have to know how to go to an area that makes it so that, even with the stacked abilities, they're still going to have a hard time getting a hit on you. Like, if they want to get a hit on you, they're going to have to use a lot of that ability. So like Hermit, for example, I'm going to want to try to go to an ability, an area where it's like tall walls, so that at bare minimum, he's not able to double polarity me instantly, you know, stuff like that. Not great situation, but better than doing nothing about it, you know? Saki, what do you think of barmaid and female dancer for competitive plays? They are very good characters. Support is what dancer does best, and barmaid is more of a Dream Witch, anti-Dream Witch character, but she's still alright. She's not a bad character. I'll tell you what, they really just play. Let me tell him that he could actually play on his main now. Barmaid not the best, but Barmaid is fine. What's up, Limey? Limey's here. Okay, he said it. So when you have a lot of characters in Survivor's Band, maybe round 3, Barmaid could be a good pick, but could also not be a good pick if there's something like Wexers available on Hunter's side. So you have to be careful. It's not a Survivor that you can just go whenever you want. No. It's very rare that it's a situation like that. Nowadays, with the Hunters that are out and released, more than ever, Survivors have to really think about, okay, do we really want to go super heavy on Psychologist, Barmaid, even like, what else could there be? First Officer? Do we want to go with all those 3 Survivors and then like we'd all be really bad against Wax Artist? That depends. It depends on the map, mostly, actually. Survivors, when it comes to Wax Artists, they help, but what's going to save you the most against Wax Artists is what kind of map it is. Because some maps have more or less good cutting areas against Waxers. So, like, Chinatown, not many good cutting areas against Waxers. Ever Sleeping, same. But play them on Arms Factory, on Church, on Hospital. You're going to be in pain as Wax Artists, regardless of whether they pick Barmaid or Psychologist or First Officer, because they could solo kite you with just those areas, because your ability doesn't do anything in that area, in that kind of area. So, something to think about. No, it's not like an auto pick. Definitely not an auto pick for something like Barmaid, but she's a fine character, you know. What's up, BT? Got graffiti for Night Watch finally. Alright. Hold up. I always forget to update these. Oops. I always forget to update these and put the cool graffitis on them. Just so I'm not poor. And we'll go with... Says that as he puts on the Muse mark. Do you have any plans for after Call of Abyss? Just playing the game. Just playing the game. I don't know why people ask about these like plans for Call of Abyss. If you have plans for next Call of Abyss, you gotta be playing right after. Like, it doesn't matter. There are no breaks. I would say yes, of course I have plans for Call of Abyss. Alright, we moved up a placement. That's cool. All those wins made us move up 1 placement. We got Gardner. You know, it's the same old BT. You gotta be, you know, if you have plans, you're gonna be playing. If you don't have plans, you can still keep playing. Long story short is we'll see, but in the meantime, just keep playing the game. Just keep getting better. Saki, what's your favorite food? I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one because even my favorite foods will change. My most favorite food will become my meh food after a while. I wanted to switch with Mercenary there. My most favorite food will become like my most meh food after a while. Like, I'll still eat it, it'll still be good, but the thing about me is when I eat a certain food too much, even if it's my favorite, the difference with favorites is that I can eat it for longer without getting tired of it. Way longer. But eventually I want to switch it up and I'll pick a new favorite. Like, maybe I'm in the mood for lots of orange chicken. Alright? Because that's one of my favorites. But then maybe I'm more in the... maybe one day I'm more in the mood for stuff like, I don't know. What else? What else is there? Feaster. Maybe one day I'm more in the mood for like pizza or something like that, and I'll be in the mood for pizza for a while. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if that's a good example because I'm always in the mood for pizza. That if there's one dedicated like favorite food, it's probably gonna be pizza, right? Wow, I thought he was gonna try to go around that or something, but he opted for nothing. Tentacle here is fine. It doesn't do anything. That actually helps us. It helps us because we were anyway gonna run out of bubble. Okay. It's a little bit awkward. I don't really want him sitting with tentacles. Oh, but this is also such a sad area. Woo! No, slow ball! That was so sad. That was so good, and then that was so bad. Okay, we can't really kite here. That pallet kind of sucks. Oh, he didn't use the tentacle. Oh, please stun him. Dang it. That's fine. That's fine. Look at this veteran bonus we're about to get. Would have been... Oh my god, and a window boost. Let's wait 1 second for the window boost to come up. Never mind, it's already up. He might use a blink here, which is alright. That's not bad. Oh my god, he didn't even use a blink. That's so sad. Okay, by the way, since we dropped this pallet, that's a free pallet boost now. We're going to take it to shed. Look at this, look at this, look at this combination of boosts. Now this is how you use broken windows. This is a great example of how you use broken windows. I don't know if we're going to be able to survive here. I'd rather not summon a bubble. But that's alright. It's going to be in basement, but we have lots of survivors who are going to be very good at dealing with basement. So I'm actually not even worried. In fact, he's protecting from basement too. The only issue is that I don't know why we have no decode going on. This is really bad. He just missed. Seriously. I mean, as long as we have people doing the ciphers, we're gonna win this game. But if we don't... Wait, we have all decoders. All like slow decoders, I mean. All decoders. I wish all decoders. Perhaps on second thought, that was not such a great route. Because if I was any other survivor, that would have been a great route. Because we have a good ability to combo with that pallet boost, but... I don't really have a good ability to combo with it. Okay, we still don't have the last cipher being done. Seriously? This is so bad. We're just gonna take the tide turn and run out. Dumbass. Thank you so much, BT, for the $2. If this is the last comp encounter we have, GG's, yeah. At least he's wasting all the tentacles, I mean. That does literally nothing. I'm still gonna have to take a... Oh, I don't even have Tide. Forward was supposed to rescue me. Forward was supposed to rescue me so that I have Tide Turner. Such stupid people. Just a whole kite like that wasted. To morons. To literal morons. Like, why is Forward over there? He got read like a book too. He's over here like touching that chair, like getting read like a book. And then Mercenary, why is Mercenary rescuing me instead of Forward? Does Forward not have Tide Turner? So then why is he basement rescuing me if he has no Tide Turner? So then I would just still be stuck in basement. There are so many reasons. Like, it doesn't matter if he had Tide Turner or if he didn't have Tide Turner. There's literally so many reasons why he's wrong in every single situation. We're gonna lose now. To possibly loss? This is looking like a guarantee loss. That was a great kite. That was a great kite. Was it a perfect kite? No. Oh man, we were just matching with such stupid people. Such stupid people. Granted, Mercenary did his job rescuing Forward, but then it's up to Forward. Or someone with Tide Turner. You know what? If Forward didn't have Tide Turner, it's not the Mercenary's fault anymore. But if the Forward had Tide Turner, it's the Forward's job to rescue me with Tide Turner. So that way I have Tide Turner. And that I can get out of basement and in a spot where people can support me, you know? Because if I'm stuck in basement, they're not going to be able to support me. In theory, it's fine to die in basement there because of how strong of a rescue team we have and how strong of support it is that it doesn't really matter. Like, we would still win that game. Why are you just running into tentacles? You see them. You see them. Do you think you can dodge them? Did he think he's out of range? Forward didn't know Feaster had that dog? BT, don't give me that bullcrap. What kind of Feaster's not running trump card? And even if he's not running trump card, you should still be playing around it. Ugh. Why do you think when I do rescues, BT, the first thing I do is step away from the side of the stairs to avoid something like that? Why? Why do you think I do that? Why? This is a great example why. I don't care if it slows down the chair. That is not worth the risk. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All my mom heard just now was because they're not going to support me in a sad voice, and she said he needs better friends. It's like, how was your session? No, that was such a sad last session. We should have won that. We should have won that last match. Overall, it's good, but just, like, having matches like those just reminds me how dumb people are. That you have that great of a game setup, and you just throw it all away. Because, oh, I'm going to buy an extra 5, 4, 3, 2 milliseconds by touching this chair, and then gets terrorist shot because he's not thinking about that. Let's see if he had Tide Turner. He did have Tide Turner. Maybe he doesn't have Tide Turner. Well, maybe he has Flywheel, but... I mean, tell me, what do you guys think? Flywheel forward? Let's see if he ever uses Flywheel this match. So he just hit the wall like a professional. He never used Flywheel. He never used Flywheel. Hold up, let's stop right here. Did he use Flywheel? Maybe he used Flywheel right here. No. I don't know what he's doing. If he has Flywheel, he'll use it right here, bro. It's obvious he doesn't have Flywheel. He had Tide Turner. He had Tide Turner. I have a feeling that Ford was waiting out the Tide Turner time, but then Mercy just stole the rescue from him. That's what I feel like. I feel like he was gonna wait for the Tide Turner timer to run out. That's what I think he was gonna do. He was like waiting out the full 20 seconds, so that way we get 40 seconds of Tide Turner, if you think about it, because he gets rescued, he has Tide Turner, then he rescues again, Tide Turner resets. Let's see that one more time. Let's see that one more time if he was planning to just sit there by the chair. Okay, so a smart person with Tide Turner here will want to wait. I don't know what he's doing. No, he's just running away. He's obviously not thinking about that. He thinks a stun is better than a 20 seconds of Tide. No decoding mode? It's fine. We had a really good Kai. In theory, they would be able to support the rest, but it's not that big of a deal. We did a really good Kai. No, son. No. Alright. Let's finish up opening these essences. That was such a bad way to end it. I don't think Merce forward batter in the same match is the problem. I don't think that's a problem. Psyche will get who? Who's that? Alright, let's read what the new survivor does. Okay. Lewis, I think. Carries the puppet known as Lewis, also known as the Perfect Self, enabling him to transform into Lewis while increasing his fear by 25%. While controlling Lewis, fear equal to that of a normal attack can be neutralized. When a hunter's normal attack hits Lewis, the recovery speed of this normal attack will reduce by 10%. Okay, so longer or shorter? I honestly don't know. Whatever they say reduce, I never know if they mean in terms of like faster reduction, like reduce it to make it faster, or reduce it to make it slower. It could go both ways. I don't know what they mean with that. Lewis lasts 8 seconds or until all damage has been neutralized. When there's a survivor on a rocket chair within 20 meters, Lewis will expire 2 times faster, so 4 seconds instead. Okay, is he a rescue? Okay, he is a rescue character defined by the game. As Lewis is an inanimate puppet, Undaunted is available one time. What is Undaunted? While controlling Lewis, the puppeteer cannot move, take damage, or be affected. What? So why would you ever want to activate it? If it does nothing but bad things, why would you want to activate it? Each increase in fear grants an 8% movement speed bonus for 8 seconds. Really bad deal for taking damage, by the way. Useless flesh. Although lifelike on the outside, Lewis is made of wood and machinery, unable to receive healing from other survivors when wounded. And the time taken to heal other survivors is increased by 30%. Every survivor healed reduces the puppeteer and other survivors' fear by 25%. Did they just literally make a hermit version of Survivor? A survivor version of hermit, I mean. Every survivor healed reduces the puppeteer and other survivors' fear by 25%. That's actually really cool. It makes it so that even against chip hunters, it's still really cool. And healed survivors take 20% longer. Because if you think about it, if it's not chip hunter, then you essentially healed everybody. That one chip shot won't matter. If it is a chip hunter, that's still really good. You might have like a mercenary who's chipped with like 1/4 damage, and if you heal someone, now that mercenary heals himself, which is great. That's like a great way to heal chip damage now. So people were telling me that they don't think he's going to be good against chip damage. He's going to be just as good as chip damage, if not better, because he's one of the few survivors who can heal that chip damage. Assuming someone is at half health, exactly. If no one else is at half health, then obviously you can't heal anyone, and then that chip damage won't disappear, so... there's that aspect. And healed survivors take 20% longer to heal when being healed again. Lewis can heal minor injuries, and the healing time for minor injuries is the same as healing a regular injury. So Tato's over here asking, do I think he'll be S tier? No, I don't. Obviously, I want to wait until I see his abilities in action, and his animations and all that stuff in the middle. But from experience... Puppeteer brings up a very important thing that I once considered when I first started the game as a strategy, but tossed it out as a strategy because it's not actually a good strategy. And that is the idea of sacrificing hits to extend your kite to a very, very good area. So let's say you're playing on a map like Hospital, and you're at a really bad kiting area like Forest or Triple Pallet. Instead of trying to kite it out or use your abilities to get to like a slightly better area, you instead choose to save your ability and sacrifice a hit to go straight into Hospital at like early on in the game. Now, for starters, what are you doing transitioning to a garbage area? That's the first thing. But besides that, I found that that's not a good strategy because of Blink. Blink is the reason why sacrificing damage to extend the kite for the good of the long term doesn't work. Because the long term just makes you die to the blink, essentially. If you think you are going to die, like your area is so bad and you don't have any transition to, by trying to like take hits normally, and you have to use it to take to a good area, or else you're gonna die faster if you don't do it, and don't even get blink out. Then yeah, do it. But again, that's your fault for being in that kind of area, and that could have just been avoided. This guy takes damage every time he triggers his ability. This is the same thing as essentially trading a patient hook. Let's say I choose not to use my patient hook and instead take a hit. That's really bad, because now I'm going to have to use every patient hook, just spam them right away to try to stall out blink, when instead, I could have used that first patient hook, stayed at full health, and then I'd be able to use pallets and windows without having to spam my hooks and still be safe from blink. And then if they blink me, well, then they won't have blink, so then I'm still free to use pallets and windows as I please without being a danger to instantly getting blinked. This is a very big problem with this kind of survivor. You trade an ability for damage, and you're invulnerable for 8 seconds. Couple problems with this. For starters, you don't get any distance from the hunter. The hunter who is right next to you when you trigger this ability is still right next to you. That means that hunters are going to be able to still use their abilities on you, and this whole damage thing, this protection thing, was kind of pointless in that situation. You really rather not just protect yourself, but move away at the same time. Hunters, survivors like Perfumer, that's why they're not that good anymore. Because they protect themselves for a little bit, they're essentially invincible. But then because of the fact hunters have stacked abilities, Clerk, Nightwatch, Wax Artist, even and to a certain extent, like against specifically Perfumer, but not really so much against this guy, they're just not that good. They're just simply not that good. Against hunters who have like a single ability, Ripper, Clown, Blood Queen, he's amazing. This survivor would have been amazing 5 years ago. This survivor is not that amazing nowadays, though, because survivors have to not just deal with an ability, but move away from the hunter at the same time. So the only way I can see this guy being useful is you combine it with Broken Window. So that way, while you're invincible and while the hunter's trying to wait it out, you get a huge window boost that you otherwise would be too risky to use. There's a lot of times where I can't really take a boost because hunter's just going to put an ability on the other side of it. I'm going to take damage to it, right? That's sometimes the reason why I have to avoid it and give up that boost, because otherwise it's going to be free damage. This guy can do it willingly and sacrifice his ability, a little bit of damage, hopefully it won't matter, for the ability to take a huge boost and get away. Again, I have to mention one more time, the fact of taking damage. Really bad in this game. Sacrificing damage for the good of the long term of the kite does not result in the good of the long term. It just results in you getting blinked. So you can't really do that in this game. In Dead by Daylight, you might be able to do that. You might be able to take a hit on purpose because your area is so bad that you might just have to accept it. Start getting ready to transition to the area. Hunter will notice that. They'll have to walk up to you. By the time they walk up to you and hit you, you're already near that good area and you're going to be able to transition it. That's not really a thing in this game, because then they're going to catch back up. It's only not going to really take that long, especially if they're playing a fast hunter, and they're going to blink you after that. It's not going to work. So what's going on here with this survivor is this survivor can use his ability one time for free, and then after that, if you use it anymore after that, you're getting blinked on. So I'm not really seeing this be good in early game. Anytime a hunter has blink, this is really, really bad, because you're only going to be able to use it one time. You're essentially playing a survivor with one hit. Now, let's say for rebound kites, this might be good. But, again, I have to bring this up. You do not want to be doing rebound kites, because when you do a rebound kite, you forced a rescuer to get off their cipher to come help you, and then they're going to have to walk back to that cipher or start a new cipher, and then someone's going to have to take over the rescuer's cipher. That's a lot of time wasted, because someone had to waste their time walking after you, because you just didn't do a good first kite. And the best way to win this game is just doing a good first kite. That's the best way to win in the game. Just doing a good first kite, and even if you fall a little bit short, a little bit of support goes a long way. Even a few seconds of rebound. Tide Turner usually seals the deal by itself as well. So, not a really great for first kites. And kind of sketchy to rebound with. Especially if you use it immediately in your kite to get off of chair and you use it. Well, great. Now you can't use it after that. So you use it purely to get off of chair, and you're going to be praying that your area can catch you. Can carry you. Not great. Not great. Late game. Late game, this is much better. Detention obviously one-shots you. That little bit of quarter damage is not so significant when you consider the fact Hunter can one-shot you at full health anyway. So against detention, yes, much better. Is it that much better? No, not really. I'd just rather go something like Patient, Mercenary, stuff that's consistent both late game and also early game. It has a great transition abilities to go get those areas. Acrobat even. Entomologist can support as well as protect herself. And if you think about it, Entomologist is basically like Puppeteer. They essentially make themselves invulnerable. It's just Entomologist has to put her bees inside of a pallet area, and there's no way the hunter can get past that. Or like any narrow area, and she's essentially safe for the next 5 seconds, because the hunter has no way to catch up. They have to deal with the bees first. Same thing going on here, except this guy cannot protect other teammates with this. He can only protect himself. This ability is very interesting, being able to heal everyone all at once. But it's not really practical. In what situation are you going to have multiple people injured and you're going to want to get multiple value of healing? In this game, you generally don't even want to heal that much. Why is he bad early game? I'll tell you why. Because when he uses his ability, he takes quarter damage. That means that you cannot use your ability more than once. If you use your ability a second time, you're going to be at half health. You die to blink. You can't be sacrificing damage like that. That's the same as if you were like, I'm in a bad area. Let me save my ability. Like, let's say you're playing a patient or something. Let's like save my ability, take a hit on purpose, transition to an amazing kiting area. Why is that a bad strategy? Because you just get blinked on, no matter how amazing your kiting area is. And this guy is basically that re-embodied as a survivor. So, really sad. There was potential with this ability, but they screwed this up too. This should be a much more significant buff. For the fact that you take damage, and all you do is make yourself invincible. You don't get yourself away from the hunter. All you do is make yourself invincible. So as soon as this goes down, this is another word for a gardener bubble, guys. This is another word for a gardener bubble. What happens when gardener's bubble runs out? Boom, you get hit right after. Every once in a while, a hunter will be goofy and hit your bubble, but most of the time, as long as they're sticking their head in the game, they're not going to hit you, and you're going to take damage. Why is Gardener not a good character, even though she's invulnerable? Because she has no way to distance herself from the hunter. The only time it's good is if when you activate your bubble, even if they don't hit you, you're by a drop pallet. Or you're by a window with a pallet. You guys saw I was doing that with Gardener. So there was a time where Feaster hit my bubble when I summoned it. Obviously not great still, but I am by a pallet, so we could transition technically. So we're not like gonna immediately take a hit as soon as that bubble runs out. Still not gonna be great, don't get me wrong, but it's something. And that's basically this guy re-embodied as Gardener. So I'm not a big fan of him. Again, I think late game he could be much better, but you have to get to the end game. If you ever get chased, he's not gonna be the greatest survivor to chase. I don't think his healing is that significant. There's not a lot of games where I have to heal 4-3 teammates as a group. Usually not. Usually that's not the case. Usually healing more than that is just a waste of time. And you guys see here, he takes longer to heal people. That's a big problem. So not only when you heal people in this game at the very highest level, you're doing it for a very specific reason. Like you're healing a kiter because they're dead on chair, and all you care about is their health. You don't really care about anyone else's. Anything more than that is just a waste of time. That 25% longer, sorry, how much longer? 30% longer? That's gonna hurt. Because all you wanted was that little bit of healing on that survivor. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna unnecessarily cost time. Mercenary. You need Mercenary healed up pronto because maybe he needs to go do a second rescue, but you can't afford him going down after the rescue. You need to heal him pronto. You don't care about the other survivors. You just want to heal him. Puppeteer is taking 5 years to heal, even though all you want to heal is one person. It's very, very situational. It's not going to be all the time that you're going to want to be healing all the people. Very often in this game, you're just healing like 1, maybe 2 people in a match. Very rarely are you healing like 3 or 4 people, because if hunters are good at the game, they're making sure that the people they're tunneling will never get a chance to heal. And the only people you'll ever get a chance to heal are rescuers. And if you heal up your rescuers, it's just like usually once. After that, if you heal, then you guys fall too far behind on decode. That's why healing is generally looked down upon for me. So I can't see this healing being that great, and I can't see his invulnerability being that good. If they wanted to make him good, this needs a buff, this needs a buff. This movement speed needs a huge buff. Because you can't just be invincible, you need to have a plan after that. And 8% is not even close to enough. This is a joke. 8%, you may as well have given him 0% and it'd be the exact same problem. I like what they were going for here. This is the right idea. The devs realized, hey, if he's going to be invincible, then what's stopping the hunter from just waiting and then using your ability right after? Right? Granted, he'll bait out the ability first and then become invincible. I'm sure of that, but then ability cooldowns are not that long. They're just going to wait it out. I will tell you this. He's going to be good against Opera Singer. I'll tell you this. This much I'll tell you. He's going to be good against Opera Singer. Why? Because that 8 seconds is actually probably going to be longer than you can cut against Opera Singer, sadly enough. Opera Singer is just that broken that we are in a meta where if it's Opera Singer, you're just going to be picking survivors who can stall. There's no cutting Opera Singer. Like, why do you think Lawyer is used? Because if he doesn't get chased, he's got decent decode. But more importantly, if he gets chased, he has Venom bonus. Why is the Venom bonus so important? Because he's just used to stall. Why do you think people use Gardener against Opera Singer? Because she makes herself invincible. She stalls for that extra 6 seconds. That 6 seconds means the world. As opposed to something like Patient, who will get hit. Maybe he'll use a hook. He'll immediately get caught back up too. He'll get hit before he can get his next hook back up. The cycle continues, and he's going to go down very quickly. That's why Gardener is used. That's why Lawyer is used. That's not because they're good at kiting. It's just because they're good at stalling. Lawyer is fine at kiting, though. But there are better options for kiting. Way better options for kiting. So, horrible survivor. For the grand scheme of things, to me, this seems like a hunter, like devs specifically wanting to make more counters for Opera Singer. 8 seconds of protection. And then you can't be hurt by Opera Singer for a long time. Opera Singer is one of those hunters where the moment she catches up to you, there's no kiting her. There's no way you're kiting her. So just making yourself invincible is the best way, and then after that, doesn't matter if you had like a speed boost or not. She's going to catch up and hit you anyway. So, this is an Opera Singer character. That's the best I can say. Fine against Opera Singer, not the best still, because he can effectively only use his ability once. Think about it, guys. He's going to use his ability once. He'll be at chip damage. She's probably going to hit him afterwards. And then what? And then he can't use his ability after that because he's going to be at 3/4 health. If he uses it, he's going to die. Now, I did have one little question here. Someone explain what Undaunted is. Why would you want to use Undaunted? As Lewis is this supposed to be a debuff? Is this supposed to be a good thing, a bad thing? Or what is this supposed to be? This reads like a bad thing. The puppeteer cannot move, take damage, or be affected by control effects while Undaunted is affected. Maybe they're talking about like, okay, you can move, but let's say it's like Percy, who is like about to smash you with his 1000 presence sword. That's a control effect. That keeps you in place if you get hit by that. So maybe they're talking about that? Flywheel, but you don't go forwards. Okay. I see. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. What can I say? Alright. Well, that's him. We'll do a stream with him, but I'm not going to have a good time with him. I'm only going to use his ability once, and after that, it's going to be risk using his ability after that. If they had Blink, I would just die. I would essentially be killing myself. Let's say... No. Let's say I'm about to get a basic hit, and then let's say I'm at a quarter health, and I'm basic hit health, right? Let's say I'm a quarter health, and I use my ability to save the basic hit from happening. So now I'm at half health. It would have just been better to take the basic hit, because then you put them in a recovery. Instead, you damage yourself, and now they can blink you. No! There's no reason to ever use it more than one time. Unless it's like Opera Singer, but like... What? No. Opera Singer is usually going to get one hit on you. And so you're only going to be able to use it one time. Even against Opera Singer, this is a sad character. If it's not Opera Singer, if you're just going against a regular hunter, and let's say you use the ability one time, so now you're at quarter damage, and then you're kiting, and then eventually they're about to basic hit you, and then you're like, shoot, let me use it again since I'm anyway going to take damage. If I'm anyway going to take damage, let me just take quarter health, right? That's a good idea, right? No, it's not. Because you just missed out on attack recovery for the hunter. And then they're just going to blink you. So it actually is faster to catch up to you. Think about it. If you don't trigger attack recovery and you just protected yourself, causing you to be at half health, well, now you just did the job for them, but without the recovery. So then they're just going to blink you right after. As opposed to if you willingly took the damage, you would get the hit boost, you would run away from them, they would be stuck in recovery, they have to spend all that time walking back to you if they want to blink you after that. I can't see a situation where you're going to use this more than once. The only situation you're going to use this again is off of chair. And there might be potential there after that. But again, you're going to be depending on your area. You do get a free nerf flywheel every time you use it, though. I don't know. I think that's that's more interesting, I'll give you that. So if it's something like, let's say, Feaster. Feaster is a character who has to spend a whole tentacle. You can visibly see him about to use it. Right as that tentacle's about to hit you, you can see the animation happening before it's too late. You can use it and then boom. That's great value. That's good. Now tell me what meta hunter is that going to be useful against? They just killed the non-meta hunters. It's not going to be good against Nightwatch. Because Nightwatch is not going to be using abilities to kill you. To do damage to you. He's going to be using ability to slow you down. So you're going to use it on a basic hit, I guess? Not even... I don't know, someone said it pushed you back. I'll have to wait and see how far it pushes you back. For now, I'm going to refrain my thoughts about that. I'm going to hold off my thoughts about that. I think there's potential with that, but... Someone said here that you get 1 every time you use the puppet ability. So, basically what you're telling me is you don't just get invincibility. You start the game... Do you start the game with this nerfed flywheel ability, Undaunted? Because if you start the game with it, then you can use it, and then you use the puppet, and then from using the puppet you get another Undaunted, and then you use the Undaunted like another flywheel. So you essentially start with 2 flywheels and an invincibility, which can be used to prevent a hunter ability or stall out the hunter. Only if you use Lewis, so you don't start with it. So you only get 1 of each. You only get 1 puppet, 1 Undaunted. Not very good. That's not good at all. You can't use it in normal form? What a ripoff. What a ripoff. Brother, if I'm going to get hit in my invincibility aura, I'm not going to need the Undaunted after that. What is the point of that? Ugh. Again, maybe there's some confusion here, but from just based on what you guys are saying here with the Undaunted, only being able to use the Undaunted in the puppet form, what's the point? What's the point of that? Even if the puppet doesn't take infinite damage, that's fine. That's fine for me. I'm not gonna want to take I don't care about the infinite damage. This is so sad. Again, I'll have to wait and see for now, but... This is a really bad character. Long story short, this is a really bad character. I thought maybe at least you can use Undaunted outside of being in a puppet. Because think about it. If you're already in puppet form, why would you want to use it during puppet form? The puppet will already protect you. Puppeteer is good on Disciple, so is Patient and many other characters that already exist. They're just better at other hunters as well, is the difference. You can't just say Puppeteer is good against this one hunter. Tell me why I should use this character over other characters who not only counter that one hunter, but that hunter's not even that big of an issue, honestly, and on top of that, they have to be able to counter more than the pre-existing characters. So, like, why choose him over Patient? Why choose him over Acrobat? Why choose him over, I don't know, Antiquarian? Composer, even. I would say Composer's a little bit of a kiter. You benefit off Decode. The healing is so circumstantial. Every once in a while it's going to be really, really good, but Is it worth picking a whole character, filling a whole character slot with this mediocre kiting character? She has good chair camping. Okay, but it's very easily counterable. No, thank you. If you want to learn how to rescue easily from Anne, go watch the rescue guide. She's not that scary of a camping hunter. You just need to know. There's a lot of ways. You could grab the cat on you. You could let the cats converge on the chair before, or like, what is it called? Converge on the chair before you go. And then you just use your rescue ability and you go trigger the cat before she hits you. There's a lot of reasons why it doesn't really work that way. If you don't go a rescue character, yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder. That's why rescue characters are so good at the job. You know, that's why you should have rescue characters. So in this case, you're arguing for him being good against Anne's camping. Why would I want to pick Puppeteer when I could just go for Officer, who is not only a great at dealing with any kind of rescues, even Anne, as long as you know what you're doing, but also just amazing kind of unchaseable character. Why would I want to go Puppeteer over Mercenary, who can elbow pad to the chair when the cats are on, so you can trigger the stun before the hit happens, and the cats are useless? Why would I want to go that over Gravekeeper, who can go underground and make sure that I'm not getting stunned until I'm at the chair, and then I pop out, I bait the cats out. You have to wait for her to use a cross. There's a rhythm to it. You can't just go. You have to wait until the cats are at the chair. And you have to have an ability to reach the chair before she can hit you. And that's what these rescuers do so well. Tell me, why should I do that? Why should I pick Puppeteer over those kinds of characters who are also amazing kiters? For the deco bonus? Maybe. For the healing bonus? Maybe. I just don't think it's enough of an argument. And very specific to it. And Sculpture, honestly, would be a better example. Bomb would be a better example than Anne. Anne is the least of my worries. It's like, do you want to try now? Suffer now? What do you mean? I don't know. I just feel that if you look at him as a rescuer, there's rescue characters for that. If you look at him for a kiter, there's kiter characters for that. He can at least survive a detention hit without dying in 5 seconds or dying in 16 seconds. That's probably why he's good. Even Terror Shock. Who's dying in 5 seconds to detention? No, seriously, who's dying to detention? If you're gonna die, you're gonna die to their abilities. The detention hit just makes it so you don't have the option of getting a hit boost. Yes, your teammates. Your garbage teammates, may I add. First Officer when he's using a watch. That's not a good example. That's not a good example. What kind of first officer is getting hit immediately when they use the watch? That's not a good example. First officer is going to be lasting 20 to 30 seconds without even getting hit. Why would you get hit as first officer? No. To body block for someone? Maybe, I guess. The difference between 5 to 8 seconds is minuscule, if that's what you're going for. No. It's not worth it at all. I would not give up first officer for that. And why are we talking about taking damage? Who says you need to take damage as first officer? No, you don't have to take damage as first officer. You can kite for 30 seconds without taking damage as first officer. It's not worth it. Survive the detention hit without dying in 5 seconds. So I assume you mean rescues. I assume you mean kiting. But again, if you're kiting, you're not going to get hit. If it's for rescuing, you don't want to do a rescue. You don't really want to do a rescue. I think he can be good for those late game moments, but I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. You are right. You're right in that regard that while first officer will still go down, he'll still go down afterwards when he gets the rescue. This guy will not go down, so in the case you have Tide Turner, you guys will continue to not go down. And then maybe you can clutch out like an escape. I see what you're saying there. That's not a bad idea. That's a decent idea. Watch people complain he's busted anyway. Whatever. That's just the average person. Time passes and watches can become more predictable. I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying. I smell what you're cooking there. So like how first officer needs to get closer to use the watch. I see what you're saying there. That's a good idea. That's a good reason. There are ways to limit that though. He's still a really solid character, but you have to know what you're doing. So what you have to do first officer, and try this. Try this next time you play first officer. It is very risky to get close to the hunter to get value out of your watch. No denying that. So what you should do is circle around walls, and then once the hunter gets close to the other side of the wall, the safety of the wall will protect you, and you'll be right next to the hunter, and then you can still get the watch value. That's why it works. That's why you're able to do that with first officer. That's how you're able to do that. So in one regard, yes, you're right. But in another regard, if you play him properly, that's not going to be too much of an issue. You know, you'll get the value out of the watch. You get the 30 seconds. And if you're referring to getting lucky to hit shield, then that's a different issue. That's a different issue entirely. Steel's idea? I don't know what you mean. Steel's idea. Oh, you mean you're going to use it. Well, try it out. I hated it too, because what hunters can do, this is a disadvantage to first officer. Hunters could just walk away from you. Instead of like trying to get close to you and trying to fight the watch, smarter, wiser hunter is just gonna step away. And then there's no way you can get close to them or get them to be close to a wall because they're just not going close to you, you know? And I see what you're saying. That's an argument to be made, but like again, 20 seconds of watch versus 8 seconds of invulnerability. Let's say worst case scenario, 20 seconds of watch. Because the second shake is still a really big range. So you're probably going to get that. 10 meters is really big. 20 seconds over 8 seconds. Unless you're going to rescue, I don't see it. Actually, I'm being stupid. I just now realized First Officer can still do tide turn rescues and he'll survive for an additional 20 seconds. So never mind. What I said earlier about Puppeteer protecting himself and then doing a tide rescue and the tide protects him for the rest of the time, I made a mistake there. First Officer can also do that. He can also do that. He has tide tuner, saves himself for 5 seconds. You don't need more than 5 seconds, if I'm being completely honest, to do the rescue. As long as you know what you're doing. It does have no cooldown, so he can't get hit while his... He can't get hit while his watch is off cooldown? What do you mean? It does in... I don't know what you mean. Do you mean Puppeteer has no cooldown? I don't know what you mean. 26 essence, I'm looking respectively. Those are the rank essences. We're not opening those. I don't know what you mean. You're going to have to rephrase that. Say that one more time. Because I can't tell if you're talking about First Officer or you're talking about Puppeteer. Because First Officer does have a cooldown. I don't know what you mean. Oh shoot, did we restart to the beginning? Oh, I restarted to the beginning. Okay. She'll be our mentor. Cool. Scroll is also an exceptional rarity. Alright, we're painting the dragon. Says he uses his watch, then it has a 20-second cooldown, right? It's 15. He might get hit during that time. That is true. For Puppeteer, he doesn't have to worry about getting hit while his ability is on cooldown. Okay, but you don't want to use your ability the second time is a problem. You're going to injure yourself and you're going to make the hunter's job. You're essentially doing the hunter's job for them. That's... Sure, if he doesn't have a cooldown, I honestly don't care. Because you don't want to use your abilities that quickly as Puppeteer. You're going to be injuring yourself, and you're just facilitating my idea of this whole blink idea and this whole idea of just killing survivors, holding onto your ability, using it right after the ability goes off. So yes, First Officer has that weakness. So does Puppeteer, though. If anything, it's worse because you don't get as long of invincibility as First Officer does. Now, technically, First Officer is not invincible during the watch, but he's essentially invincible because just... There's no way you're going to get hit as long as you're being unpredictable. Unless they get super, super, super lucky. Psyche, how do you rescue from full presence wheel? You just have to not get seen from far. That's the biggest advice. That's very hard to do. So my best advice is to, if you're playing Mercenary, you have to be playing first Mercenary Gravekeeper for starters. Mercenary Gravekeeper or Forward. And you save your ability until they try to come out of wheel. Then you use your ability, and then you boost away from the full presence wheel. Splash from the wheel. And that's how you would avoid it. But the problem with that is that wheels will know this, and they're just going to go for the regular double spike hit on you, then go back to chair, and then come out of chairs to ensure that there's no way you're going to boost yourself at chair while they're not there at chair, you know? So the best thing to do, really, is if you're a mercenary and you're finally close enough to, like, if you're an elbow pad reach of chair and the wheel is trying to, like, get double spikes in on you and you're, like, a few seconds away from them about to get that second spike on you, just use the second elbow pad and use it to chair, and that's good enough. Gravekeeper obviously cannot get hit inside of his shovel by wheel, so he'll just dig straight to chair. It's super easy. But it's very hard. It's very hard. Very often, if you're playing forward, you might just have to opt to just football straight to the chair. Because if you don't do that, then what's going to happen? Like accept the first spike hit, and then just football straight to chair. Because that way, even if they go back to chair and they come out of chair and they come out with full presence spikes, you can actually still get the rescue off by spamming the rescue. They can't drop a trap in time. At least I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, they definitely can. But you have to be right next to the chair. You have to be in front of the chair for it. Alright. Well, we'll see what Puppeteer. We'll see what he's good. He just seems to be like a rip-off Gardener mixed in with a little bit of First Officer problems. How when First Officer uses his watch and it's over, that's when Hunters get damage on him. And similar with Gardener, you know, uses the bubble, they get damage on her right after it's over. At least First Officer lasts a super long time. Puppeteer is much closer to Gardener in that regard. However, I will say at least he can do late game like rescues, but so can First Officer. So in either case, I still feel First Officer comes out on top. Smiley or Hellember can use their abilities to get a double hit. Hellember is very easy to counter, my man. And Clown, you can get a rescue off in time. Unless you have bad ping. Then that's a you problem. This might face a down for the... Listen. I know where you're trying to go with this, but if I'm playing Rescuer, I can assure you that if I'm playing Rescuer, this is not a problem. So this is in other words, what I'm trying to say is at the highest level of the game, that this is not a problem. Hellember. Let's talk about Hellember for a second. Let's say Hellember was not bad around chairs and that his Fire Spirit didn't take 5 years to swing. You can circle it like a Feast Your Tentacle and it always misses. Always misses. It's literally a Feast Your Tentacle that moves around. That's why the Hellember camping is not actually that good. The reason it looks so good is because no one does that. No one knows you can do that. No one knows that you can just walk right past the puppet and it just swings at her. Like a Feast Your Tentacle. So that's why Hellember is not that good. And Clown? I don't know who's having trouble with Clown. Yes, you might get double hit. But that's the thing with if you're playing First Officer, if you're playing Gravekeeper, First Officer will have a problem with this. That's why I don't like First Officer. Mercenary, Gravekeeper, they don't have this problem. Gravekeeper will save a shovel until after the rescue, then he digs down so that he cannot get double hit. Mercenary elbow pads away so that he cannot get double hit. It's not a problem with those characters. If the puppet for Hellember wasn't actually a bomb. I'm not talking about the puppets. I'm talking about the fire spirits. The puppets don't miss. But you can just tap on them. Right? And that's their weakness. The Hellembers, those guys suck. Those guys suck as well. You could just walk past like a tentacle. So I was talking about the fire spirits. Hellembers don't use puppets on camping usually. If they do, it's like in combination with the fire spirit too. You didn't know you can move the fire spirits with anti-current stick until recently. Yeah, it's really interesting because if you're using a magician wand, they just walk right through it. So, yeah, a little bit inconsistent there. All right. The crazy part The crazy part about this Puppeteer first officer comparison is that I still wouldn't want to choose first officer. I would just choose a better rescue. So not only is first officer in a lot of situations so much better than Puppeteer, there's just an even better rescuer. Like Mercenary. In my personal preference, Gravekeeper, I like Gravekeeper more because first officer, you're right, has this problem of like uses his ability and he's exposed. There are ways to counteract that. There is like an idea where because he keeps his watch after the rescue, as long as you didn't use both shakes yet, you could use like one shake and then get the rescue, and then they hit you, get the rescue, and then use the second shake after that. So to ensure that you do not get double. Like there's a lot of little things about first officer. That when you begin, it's a lot harder. Trust me, I've seen a lot of bad first officer. I've been the bad first officer, and I've been the bad first officer who used his watch shakes, so then after the rescue, he didn't have any more watch shakes, so he just a free double hit. I've been the first officer who walks in a predictable line and gets hit all the time with the watch. And even at your best, sometimes Hunter will just get lucky when you're trying to fight getting to the chair. Maybe they'll see you from far. In that case, I just go Gravekeeper. Mercenary, way more consistent on the rescue if something like that happens. Maybe Puppeteer can be a tanker against Hermit besides Doctor. Interesting. That one is a good thing. That's a good one because I like that. A lot of people taking damage. It's going to be essential for healing anyone. I'll give you that. That's a good point. Only he can heal everyone at once. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. We'll play Puppeteer when he comes out. I don't know. Someone here in chat said they nerfed him before the update, which is really sad. He seems like a one-trick kind of pony character. Going to be very limited to Opera Singer. And then anything he can do, someone else can just do better. And every once in a while, he is better than said characters. But you can say that about every character. Really, they all have their special moments, but we're looking for the most consistent, is the idea. The leader ponders for a moment, carefully examining her hands. Well, you have the hands who are very dexterous. I think, though, late game, again, you have a point. If you could just spam the ability over and over, late game, the tension is active, right? You don't care. You're going to use 8 seconds one time, 8 seconds another time, 8 seconds a third time. So you get 24 seconds of invulnerability just in a straight line. Not even First Officer can do that, because if First Officer does that, he's probably going to get hit. He has to like move around and swivel around a bit, you know? So even First Officer will have a little bit of hard time doing that. So I will give you that. Hermit and late game kites to gates become very, very easy. Because if you're, again, it assumes you're full health. If you're half health, that would not work. You'd only get 8 seconds. Okay. I don't know. I want to believe he's good, but there's going to be a lot of specific situations required for it, and it's not going to be consistent. He'll have his moments for sure. He'll be like that one guy who'd be like, oh, look at me. Nothing you can do about me. Like, yeah, he's taking chip damage. Who cares? He's running out the gate. In that kind of situation, when you don't care about the damage because gates are open, yeah, he becomes way better. Because that damage means nothing. Damage means literally nothing. Because then your goal is to just kite to Kate or Dungeon or one of the above. That assumes you have full health though, and you know, assumes that you're the one kiting the game. I don't know. It assumes that you survive to the late game too. Because I'm already doubting his kiting ability. So hopefully you just don't get chased, right? Alright. I'm going to close the stream here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, we'll definitely try him out. Hellember needs a buff. Buff Hellember. Stop buffing. Stop nerfing Hellember. Why do you keep making Hellember worse? Stop disguising it as buffs. We all know you were just killing Hellember. We all know the devs hate Hellember. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. That was a good talk at the end about Puppeteer and like the ups and downs of Puppeteer. Alright. I'll see you all guys later. Take care. This has been Psyche. Peace out, guys. Get ready for Puppeteer stream. Peace.